It's time for high school basketball on your local sports leader, KJ Country 102.3. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a jam-packed Conley Gym at Flora High School. This is legitimately a sellout. I'm Greg Sapp, Dustin White alongside, and welcome to the championship of the Class 2A boys sectional as the Teutopolis Wooden Shoe battle with the Lawrenceville Indians. We are capacity. They stopped selling tickets maybe yesterday afternoon because all they had left yesterday was Teutopolis' allotment of tickets. And they told me down here, Mr. Pierce down here, the principal at Flora, said when P-Town sells their tickets, we're done. And I had people calling me last night, sending me texts, sending me smoke signals, sending me all kinds of things, trying to make communication with me. And I said, hey, I know Dustin and I have 2 seats, and that's all I can tell you. I'm not sure we could get anybody else in with a shoehorn, man.
This place filled up half an hour ago, really. Like about 10 minutes ago, the PA announcer got on there and said, everybody here bought a ticket, so there's people standing up. Everyone needs to squeeze in because, there should be a seat for everybody, but I'm not sure that's going to work out. Still a lot of standing room only in here and not a lot of elbow room.
Absolutely not. It is a delightful situation. And for a guy who likes hot weather, I'm loving this because it is toasty in here. This is like J.A. Tripton Gym on its best night, man. It is steaming in here. So we're looking forward to having a great night. These teams played back at Thanksgiving in the Capital Classic, and in that night, Lawrenceville got the measure of Teutopolis 77-74. Now, that's not the whole story. Teutopolis led much of that ball game. But Lawrenceville scored at the end, and they won it 77-74. Now, Jason Hansen's talked periodically about the fact that sometimes P-Town has a tough time closing out a game. I don't think that'll be a problem tonight, though.
Well, this stage, this level of the season, I think everyone's going to be up. They're going to be playing the same way in the 32nd minute that they're playing in the first minute. Yeah, I don't anticipate that being a huge issue. And we talked about it in the car on the way down here. You don't, Lawrenceville's a very good team, a great team, but I don't bet against P-Town in a game like this. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense given the 30 years of evidence that we've seen.
Never, ever bet against the Teutopolis. Shoes are 25-6. Lawrenceville, one of those magical seasons I was talking to when a broadcaster from Lawrenceville said, this is like Ron Felling days. They are 28-2 this season. That is a load. We have a lot to talk about. Let's take a break. More on the pregame show in a minute here on KJ Country at 102.3.
You got a pickup truck? Then you need to stop by Midwest Hoppers and Pickup Accessories at 708 North 3rd Street in Effingham. Since 1994, Midwest Hoppers has been your one stop for all of your truck accessory needs, including spray and bed liners, running boards, Nerf bars, B&W gooseneck hitches, tool boxes, Lear caps and lids, plus much, much more. Midwest Hoppers and Pickup Accessories, the largest truck accessory dealer in Central Illinois.
You make a lot of decisions when you change jobs. In the excitement, it's easy to forget an important one. What to do about the money in your 401k. You have 4 choices. Take the money, leave it where it is, roll the money to your new 401k, or roll it to an IRA. Your decisions have a big impact on your future. Call Tammy Dalford. You're a Country Financial Rep in Effingham for a full analysis of your unique situation and get started today. Security products offered through Country Capital Management Company. Investment management, retirement, trust, and planning services provided by Country Trust Bank. Not FDIC insured. No bank guarantee. May lose value.
This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Back at Conley Gym at Flora High School getting ready for Teutopolis and Lawrenceville. Before I go any farther, a reminder that over on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com, you can check out the championship game of the Bridgeport 1A sectional as the St. Anthony Bulldogs have round 3 with the Teutopolis Warriors. St. Anthony won a game in the regular season. Teutopolis won at the Vandalia tournament. Something has to give tonight, and somebody's season's going to come to an end. So we'll have that one on 97.9. You add to that the fact that the Effingham Hearts are playing for the championship of the Mattoon 3A Regional tonight against Champaign Central. Hart's coming off an impressive win over Alney in a dandy ball game. And Rob Flanagan's here tonight, the Alney coach. I had a chance to talk with him downstairs a minute ago. And we'll keep you up to date on that game between Effingham and Champaign Central. Dustin, it's a situation where we could be done after tonight if things don't go well.
Yeah, it doesn't seem likely given the three teams that are playing. It seems like at least one of them could get a win. But, yeah, there's three great matchups like we talked about, and that's what this time of year is all about. There's no game that you can take for granted the results of it, and that's why it's so much fun.
That said, let's talk a little bit more about these two teams. Teutopolis got off to the loss to Lawrenceville down in the Capital Classic. I think that was their only loss down there. I'm going off the top of my head, and that's a dangerous thing for me anymore. But suffice to say, it's been a fine season. They're 25-6. And they have just achieved all kinds of great things. And this bunch of seniors has a lot to hang their hat on, I should say. The other thing I want to mention is Jason Hansen, the shoes coach, in his unique position. Our friend Kurt Becker did some research, and to his knowledge, the only other coach in recent times that is in Jason's position of having taken two different teams to the super sectional in consecutive years is Charlie Strasburger. He did that with a Pana team that won the state championship in 1988 and then went on to great success at Fairbury Prairie Central and made it to the Final Four in each of the next 2 years. Charlie had quite a role there right at the end of the 80s. And, of course, a lot of shoes fans remember that team because Tom Funneman played on that team for Pana because there were relations, family ties, and that was a cool deal. So anyway, it's pretty exciting stuff. So a lot of ties for a lot of people. But anyway, Jason has himself in that position because, of course, he made it to the super sectional with Casey Westfield last year before he came to Teutopolis this year, and here he is because this is Sweet 16, brother.
And he also, he took Neoga to a sectional. They did not win the sectional when he was there, but took them to a sectional. So he's been this deep in the postseason all over the place. Jason's an excellent coach, and always a lot of fun to watch his team play.
Take a break. We'll be back with the starting lineups and tonight's play-by-play in a minute. It's Teutopolis and Lawrenceville on KJ Country at 102.3.
The roar of the crowd, the winning shot at the buzzer, the hope of a championship. There's nothing like hoops season. And as we celebrate this exciting time of year, HSHS St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital wants to remind you that our team is always here for your team. Here's to another winning and healthy season. St. Anthony's, where you come first.
At Washington Savings Bank, we're here to help simplify your life. Well, at least help simplify your financial life. No matter what stage of life you're experiencing, Washington Savings Bank can help power your life. From rewarding Kasasa checking accounts to home loans, construction loans, car loans, and more. Discover how Washington Savings Bank can help power your life and all of your financial needs today. Located in Effingham, Mattoon, and now anywhere you are with our 24/7 virtual branch. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And now our national anthem.
Was so and the twilight gladly, whose broad stripes and bright on through the heavens the sky, o'er the red was so gallantly sweet. And the rocket the through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, thank our Star Spangled for the land of the free and the
slanted. They bring a big old American flag down from center court. It lowers just like a movie screen down to almost halfway down to the floor. That's a nice touch that they add here to the festivities here at Flora High School. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's action. Teutopolis, the visitors tonight. Jason Hansen's crew checks in at 25-6. His first year as head coach of the Wooden Shoes. Michael Grace will get a start. The point guard, a 5'10 senior, scoring right at 5 points a game, but has picked up his scoring in later games this season. Devin Smith, a 6'5 senior, scoring at 9.4 points per game. Brett Meddy, 6'5 senior, 14.6 his average, and he's close to double figures in rebounds. Kyle Smith gets the start, the 6'4 senior, 6.2 his scoring average. And the sharpshooting junior, Mitt Cardick, the 6'3 junior, 10.6 his scoring average. Those are the starters for Teutopolis. Lawrenceville, as we said, the home team, they are 28-2. And the legendary Randy Bishop there, coach. And I've said more than once, I remember Randy coaching back in the 80s, maybe even the 70s at Martinsville. Then had a good stretch elsewhere, went down to Branson and coached a number of years, and then came back to Illinois as the coach of the Indians and has had wonderful success and has restored them to their past glory. There's a lot of old-timers remember Ron Felling and his success at Lawrenceville, 4 state championships, and my goodness, it was just colossal. Well, Randy Bishop's done what he can to restore some of the luster. Again, the Indians are 28-2 going into tonight's action. Grant Cochran starts. He's a 6-foot senior, 18.6 his average. They have 5 kids averaging double figures. Lawrenceville can't put up the point. Dylan Volkman is a 6'2 senior, 13.1 his average. Harry Loeb is a 6'1 senior. He's scoring 13.7 points a game. Jordan Schick is a 6'1 senior, 13.8 his scoring average. And Brady Benson, a 6'3 senior, 10.8 his scoring average. So all 5 starters averaging in double figures. They have scored over 100 points many times this season. So suffice to say, they are a load, and it's going to be up to T-Town to slow them down.
Yeah, and all 5 of those starters had 20-point games at some point in the season. In fact, Bryce Winningham, one of their bench players, has even had a 22-point game this season. So their scoring can come from anywhere, and that's what makes a team like that so tough to defend, is that you can't just take 1 or 2 guys away. They've got a half a dozen kids who are legitimate scoring threats. I mean, Cochran scored 38 points in the game this season. They've got 3 guys who scored over 30 in the game this year. So it's going to be fun. Something's going to have to give, because you know how it is with T-Town. They be up. They don't tend to allow 100-point games.
77-74 the first time they played, though. That's plenty of points. Point is, Teutopolis has great scores themselves in guys like Mitt Cardick, who can go off for T-Town with 25 points. Brett Meddy, who scores around 14.6 on average, but has had much bigger games. Devin Smith can get you a bunch of points. Kyle Smith's had big scoring nights. So Austin Johnson come in, get you about 5 threes. You know, there are a lot of kids that are weapons for this Teutopolis ball club, so this should be a fun one. Again, I want to reiterate, St. Anthony and Patoka, available right now on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com. And we'll have scores for you on the Effingham game with Champaign Central at Mat 2 for the championship of that 3A regional. All 3 have a 7 o'clock start time, so it's time to rock and roll. Absolutely jammed Conley Gym here at Flora High School. Some of you folks who remember the days of Tom Welch here at Flora. Gym used to be like this a lot in the early 80s, and my goodness, what a crowd. Shoes fans are across the floor from us. We're surrounded by Lawrenceville fans. Just want to mention that here at the outset. All right, we're ready to go. Devin Smith's going to jump for Teutopolis against Harry Lowe for Lawrenceville. You're listening to KJ Country at 102.3 WKGT, Teutopolis, Effingham. We're ready, gang. The shoebox is filled to capacity. Look at it. The country look. They all wore their gingham shirts tonight. Shoes finally control the backcourt. Smith had to swat it twice. Grace finally corrals it. Gets it to Kyle Smith, down to Devin Smith, and that's how we get started here tonight. Winner goes to Carbondale's SIU Arena Tuesday night. There's a 1A, 2A doubleheader down there Tuesday night. We're hoping we'll have St. Anthony in the first one and T-Town in the nightcap. Hardick shoots for two. Got it. That's how this one gets started. Mitch Hardick gives Teutopolis a 2-0 lead, and the Shoes clamp on the defensive pressure quickly. Getting down court, looking at a three, was Brad Cochran. He advanced in the Country Financial three-point competition tonight. He loaded up a bunch from outside.
Yeah, I made 11 of 15 in that competition.
You get the ball to Jordan Schick. We've seen some of these kids in the past. Schick gets it inside and a reach-in foul. Grace might have got him. And that's one thing Michael needs to watch out for. He can tend to get some fouls, and that's something the Shoes don't need. So out of bounds to Lawrenceville on the common foul. They'll give it to Schick to inbound. There are a couple of Schicks on the team. Jordan's the starter. Inbounds to Cochran, right side. Now down in the corner to Schick. He brings it out top, down the lane. Good pass. Nope, it's knocked away. Not so good a pass. Brett Meddy, I think, got a hand on it and swatted it out of bounds. It'll stay with Lawrenceville, though, to inbound.
It was set up to be a nice play, but T-Town collapsed on the passing lane before he could get it through to the cutter.
Schick into Volkman. Dylan Volkman with the ball. Off to Schick. Back to Volkman. Volkman drives inside. No room. Over to Harry Lowe. Corner three. No good. Brett Meddy the rebound for T-Town. So the Shoes score their first time. Flora doesn't. Devin Smith with the ball in the corner for T-Town out to Drace. Michael down the lane. Now pulls it back. Boy, so quick. He went down in a heap in that T-Town shootout that night, and we were afraid he was done, and he was back the next game. Kyle Smith working baseline. Double team. Can't get open out to Devin Smith. Left side, Hardick down low to Brett Meddy. Got him turned around. It's off Brett's hands out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just a little high.
So the Shoes turn it over. Out of bounds to Lawrenceville to bring it the length of the floor. They're seating down to a wall. If you're familiar with like the Taylorville gym or the old Effingham gym, that would be a comparable facility here. And then there's a balcony on one end. It's a cool place, and then a stage on the opposite end here at Conley Gym. Working inside, Harry Loeb for Lawrenceville. They swing it left side now to Volkman. He goes baseline, shot blocked and taken out of the air by Brett Meddy for T-Town. Gets it to Grace, and Michael clears it out of trouble. To Meddy, down the floor to Kyle Smith. Top of the key to Meddy. He drives down the lane, got his pocket pick, and now Grace steals it right back for the Shoes. Right side to Devin Smith. He holds high. Somebody needs to come help. No, he lobs down low to Meddy instead, and he sticks it up for him. That wasn't the design play, but Brett says, hey, I'm open. And Devin Smith found a way to get him the ball, and it's 4-0 Shoes. Down in the corner going baseline now. It's Jordan Schick. It's knocked loose. Indians get it back. Schick drives the baseline again. Shot no good, but he drew the foul. Brett Meddy says, man, I'm straight up, but he still got the block.
That's a tough one. That's a little tricky, but, that's we talked about this in the Effingham game the other night. If there's a lot of touchdowns being called, the adjustment you're going to have to make here in the first quarter.
At the line, the foul shot good. That gets Lawrenceville on the board. Jordan Schick's first point, and it's 4-1. 5:28 to go in the opening quarter. I'll mention again, St. Anthony's game on 97.9 XFM right now. Keep you up to date on the Hearts game at Mattoon. Schick's second one good. Jordan Schick's first 2 points, then it's 4-2. I'm guessing we have a pretty good-sized crowd, even with all the Shoes fans here, because in that it was a sellout, people were calling and asking me if I had tickets for tonight's game. Meddy shot inside, won't go. Put back by Devin Smith is good. Like the offensive rebound. He's back up fourth, 6-2. Lawrenceville gets it inbounds to Dylan Volkman, wraparound dribble, and he lost it out of bounds. Nice work. Grace touched it, got it back off Volkman, and it's off him out of bounds. Lawrenceville's second turnover. The Shoes up 4 with the ball here. 5:06 to go in the opening quarter. Hardick in the corner to Kyle Smith. Kyle thought about a shot, instead out to Hardick. He gets it cross court to Devin Smith. Now stop to Drace. And Michael says, let's run this. So they go right wing to Hardick. It's Stacey's dribble. Out top, Kyle Smith. They go down low to Meddy, and it hit the backboard. Picked up by Devin Smith. He made the shot. He drew the pass.
What a break. The pass is too tall, but it goes off the backboard. Devin Smith heads up, goes and gets it. Not only does he clean up with the layup, but he gets fouled to boot.
So the shot by Devin Smith makes it 8-2. He has 4. Shoes by 6. Here's the and one, and it's good. Devin Smith with 5, and all of a sudden it's 9-2 Teutopolis here with 4:44 to go in the opening quarter.
That was Dylan Bolton picking up Lawrenceville's first foul.
Out top, Brady Benson with the ball. Now they go on the side with it. Bringing it back out top is Cochran. Here's a try for 3. No good. Kyle Smith the rebound for T-Town. Hughes up 7 with the ball. Grace to Kyle Smith. Meddy hits the deck in the lane. He's back up and at him. Grace working out top. Left side to Devin Smith. Now to Kyle Smith. Thought about a shot. Pulls it back. Grace right wing. Michael working hard. He tries the 3. Back of the rim. No good. Rebound. Kyle Smith. Oh, shot came off no good. But he did get fouled. Kyle Smith back to the line here as the shoes, in the person of Kyle Smith, just wanted that rebound more.
Yeah, they got after it on the offensive glass. Enough for Randy Bishop to call timeout.
Lawrenceville wants timeout. 4:07 to go, opening quarter. Back in 30 seconds. The championship of the Florida 2A sectional. It's Teutopolis 9, Lawrenceville 2 here on KJ Country at 102.3.
Want to save money? Then use that Napa Know-How at your new F&M Napa Auto Parts store. Get a free Napa Chase Elliott racing cap with any $24 purchase. Lawn and garden batteries start at $23.99 and pick up Napa's Max Aerosol Glass Cleaner for $1.99. They're open Monday through Saturday until 8 p.m. for your convenience. Napa Auto Parts store just south of the Banker Street overpass at 1201 South Banker in Effingham.
Randy Bishop saw his team down 7, and then he saw Teutopolis get yet another offensive rebound, and I think he wanted to chat about that. Kyle Smith's going to go to the line here. T-Town already had 9-2. Smith's foul shot good. Kyle's first point. Shoes by 8 now. And I'll tell you what, pulling away early like this can put a team back on the field.
Well, sure, getting this early lead got to make you feel pretty comfortable out there if you're in blue.
Smith's second shot's good. We've got a foul on Lawrenceville. The foul shot's good by Kyle Smith. That makes it 11-2. And then a foul on Lawrenceville trying to clear out along the lane. And that'll give the ball to T-Town out of bounds.
Yeah, Brady Benson sends Devin Smith to the floor. So kind of double whammy on this trip for Lawrenceville as they're giving T-Town the ball right back. Another turnover.
Shoes already up by 9 with the ball here. They get it inbounds. Grace layup. Good. Nice inbound play. All 5 Shoes starters have scored already. It's 13-2 Teutopolis. Shoes by 11, still halfway through the first quarter. Cochran with the ball for Lawrenceville. They swing it out top. Now the right side. They go to Loeb. He drives the baseline. Shot good. He threw the foul. Nice move to the hole there by Harry Loeb. He makes it 13-4, and he has the and one coming.
Hardick picks that one up. His first, T-Town's third team foul.
Lawrenceville needed a basket bad.
And they hadn't scored a field goal up to that point. 3:47 to go here in the first quarter.
Loeb's foul shot, good. So he makes it a 3-point play. That makes it 13-5. Shoes still up 8 here in the early going. Hardick busts it down court to Kyle Smith. Stops left side, looking, out top to Grace. Baseline Meddy. Brett lost the handle, but there's Grace to pick it up. He goes to the hole, a big collision, and that's an offensive foul on Michael Grace. And that's 2 on the senior already, plus the Teutopolis turnover. And quick like that, Grace is out. Chris Undgren's going to check in for Teutopolis.
It's just maybe a little out of control there, driving in the lane, and sent Jordan Schick to the floor. So T-Town gives it up, a third turnover for them in the quarter.
So Lawrenceville scored their last trip. They're down 8, 13-5, and they get the ball back here. Cochran on the dribble, lost it, stolen away. Kyle Smith with a steal. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but Shoes got the ball. Undgren busts it down court. Out to Hardick, now to Devin Smith, head of the key. Devin right side to Chris Undgren. Undgren bounced past to Meddy. Trying to get somebody to cut, and Hardick finally did. Instead, Meddy gets it on the side to Undgren. Just need to make that cut a little quicker. Left side to Kyle Smith. Let's go down low to Devin Smith. There's the lob. He caught it. The shot off balance, no good. Rebound comes out to Devin Smith on the floor. Went up one-handed and caught that ball for the rebound. Out to Hardick. Somebody needs to help Mitch. He gets it to Devin Smith. He goes inside, lost the handle on it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Lawrenceville basketball. The fourth 2 turnovers.
4 apiece for these teams, so we've seen some really good stuff out of both clubs, and then we've seen them have some turnovers, so it's just kind of an up-and-down game.
T-Town leads at 13-5, though, with 2.5 to go in the opening quarter. That's the bottom line. Bryce Winningham, as we said, got it in the game early here for Lawrenceville. They go down low to Schick. He posts up. Shot no good, but he went right up under Hardick. There was really not a lot Mitch could do. He gets called to the block.
It's really just a good, strong post-up from Schick, and Hardick's got 2 fouls, too. So T-Town with 5 fouls here in the first quarter, and a couple of their starters with a pair already.
Shoes with an endless supply of talent, though. Brant Beaker's going to come off the bench here and replace Hardick. Meanwhile, Schick at the line here. Jordan with 2 points. That foul shot's good. He has 3, makes it 13-6. So Beaker in now for Hardick. They had already sent in Undgren when Grace got his second foul.
Schick had a 2-for-2 trip to the line earlier, so looking like a good free throw shooter early on.
Second one short. Rebound, Devin Smith for T-Town. That never works.
Just did.
Somebody told me. Undgren down court. Brett Meddy corrals it in the corner. High pass. He did manage to hang on to it. Now to Devin Smith. Down low. Beaker got loose. Shot too strong, though, underneath. Rebound goes to Brady Benson for Lawrenceville.
I think Beaker was almost too open there. Caught him by surprise a bit.
Now Lawrenceville has scored, and T-Town hasn't for a while. Schick with the ball inside. Hughes fans thought he walked. Here's the cutter. Cochran. He got fouled on the way to the basket, they say. Beaker knocked him loose, and they called him for a foul.
Yep, Beaker's picking up his first. And I'll tell you, Lawrenceville's going to be in the bonus the rest of the half already. We're still 1:51 to go in the first quarter.
But the Shoes are still in front, 13-6, and the aggressive defense that has resulted in fouls has also put the clamps on the Indians. Foul shot good, but now they're starting to cash in from the line. That makes it 13-7. Remember, it was 13-2, so that's a 5-0 run here for Lawrenceville.
And still the Indians have scored 1 field goal in this quarter. They're getting it done at the free throw line.
Cochran's second one good. Well, that's another thing. You don't score 100 points a game if you can't make your foul shots.
Yeah.
It's a very good ball club. 28-2 coming into this action. Undgren in backcourt with Devin Smith. They get it across the timeline. Devin down the lane, real close to calming the ball. Baseline, Kyle Smith. Shot up and good. What a nice drive to the basket.
Yeah, just drove that left baseline. Very strong move to the bucket.
Smith with 4. Shoes back up 7. It's 15-8. Cochran goes right side for Lawrenceville. Shot for 2 good. Got around one defender. Hold up, cashed it in, and here's the steal by Cochran. Shot for 3, no good, but he got fouled on the shot. Cochran's going to go to the line and shoot 3 times here. That basket by Cochran made it 15-10. Then he got the steal and got fouled on a 3-point try, and he gets 3 at the line here.
Yeah, quite a sequence for him. He put a pretty good move on Devin Smith with a crossover dribble to get that open jumper. And then, like you said, draws the contact on the 3.
Cochran makes the first foul shot. That makes it 15-11. It was 13-2. So from that point, it is 9-2 Lawrenceville. That foul shot's good. Cochran with 6. It makes it 15-12. And he can make it a 2-point ball game with this one. Cochran with 6. This foul shot in and out. And Devin Smith the rebound for T-Town. He clears it down to Meddy. Brett works it right side of the floor, picks up the dribble. Out to Devin Smith. Now to Beaker. Corner to Undgren. Chris puts it on the floor. Now drives into the lane. Can't shoot. Off to Brett Meddy. Jumper for 2. Good. People don't think Brett Meddy can shoot from out. He can. And he proves it right there. Shoes back up 5 at 17-12. Under a minute to play in what's been a good first quarter. Cochran with the ball for Lawrenceville. Can't find anybody to get the ball to. Finally he does to Winningham. He throws it underneath. Schick can't shoot. Out the low for 3. It's off the mark. T-Town had the rebound. Undgren had position. I think Winningham's going to get called for over the back here.
Yeah, it had him wrapped up a little bit. So Undgren gets good position and draws the foul there.
Out of bounds to the Shoes. Still a common foul for Lawrenceville. Out of bounds to T-Town. Shoes by 5 with the ball. Brett Meddy down court. 35 seconds. Pass inside. Stolen by Lawrenceville. Then look at Devin Smith dive in there and tie it up in a jump. and the alternate possession will give it to Lawrenceville.
So it still goes as a turnover for the Shoes, but at least they get that possession arrow going the right way. Half a dozen turnovers for Teton here in the first quarter.
Shoes going to make another change. Lane Belleville's going to check in, the 6'3" junior, and Meddy's going to get a breather. Brett's working hard inside tonight. Lane was hurt a lot of the season, and that's really a lift for the Shoes to have Belleville, as big a kid or more than Meddy, come off the bench to spell him. 17-12, you get Meddy down here the rest of this quarter and the minute break, and you're in pretty good shape. They'll come back fairly well rested. Shoes by 5, Lawrenceville with the ball. 23 seconds left in our opening quarter of the sectional championship game. Loeb with the ball right side for Lawrenceville. Out top to Schick. Jordan gets the ball to Brant Cochran, down to 12 seconds. Running down the first quarter clock. Cochran shoots for 3. It's no good. Rebound by Winningham. No. Knocked loose by Teton. Beaker got it to Undgren. Got it to Beaker. Shot no good. And the buzzer. 1 quarter in books in our sectional championship game. Teton had it up by 11. Now it's 5 after 1 quarter at Flora. It's Teutopolis 17, Lawrenceville 12 here on KJ Country at 102.3.
Leisure Times, your local authorized Doughboy dealers, ready to spring into action by offering up to $3,000 off your Doughboy pool purchase. Leisure Times has been your area pool dealer for 34 years and was voted your favorite pool and spa dealer for 2016. Original Doughboy parts and service are also available. Check out the Doughboy pool sale and save up to $3,000. And from March 15th to June 15th, get $500 dough from Doughboy at Leisure Times, 1205 West Jefferson in Effingham.
Our most consistent compliment at Northside Ford is how easy it is to do business. From the start, we have a no-pressure sales staff. Second, we will never try to steal your trade-in. Popular among some dealers is promise super low prices and then give you nothing on trade. Once you have picked out your next purchase, it does not take long. Paperwork will take minutes, not hours. Mark and I took over in 2006 and have never done any gimmicky sales or cheesy advertising. Stop in today and enjoy your next car buying experience at Northside Ford.
We're back at Conley Gym at Flora High School after 1 in our 2A sectional championship game. It's Teutopolis 17, Lawrenceville 12. Shoes get the ball to start the second quarter. They'll start the second with the same kids that finished the first, and that includes Belleville still out there for Meddy. Kyle Smith to Devin Smith for T-Town. Nice cut to the basket, layup. No good by Kyle Smith, and then a foul, or did he step out of bounds? There is a foul.
It is a foul.
He'll be out of bounds to T-Town.
Boy, he found himself wide open. Couldn't get the bunny down, but pursuing his own rebound, he got fouled. So that goes against Winningham, his second.
Brett Meddy and Mitch Hardick come back in for T-Town. Hardick 2 fouls in all. They'll sit down Devin Smith and Kyle Smith. Give those boys a breather. Shoes by 5. It is red hot here in Conley Gym. We have a sellout here. Shoes get the ball inbound. Undgren out to Brett Meddy back in. Beaker moves it up for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Saved by Belleville. To Beaker. To Meddy. Out top, Beaker. Drives left side. Hands it to Meddy in the corner. Finally got it. Got it knocked loose. Throws it out top. Caught by Undgren. Now to Beaker. Now to Belleville. Lane Belleville right wing. Head of the key to Meddy. Left side, Beaker. A wide open on a 3, and he got it. Mr. Brent Beaker cashes in from 3, and that gets the Shoes back up 8. It's 20-12. Minute into the second quarter. Cochran's pass stolen. Beaker went straight up, knocked it loose. Then it's grabbed by Hardick. Down court. Belleville sticks it up and in. Shoes back up double digits. Timeout Lawrenceville. We're a minute into the second quarter at the Flora 2A sectional championship. It's Teutopolis 22, Lawrenceville 12 here on KJ Country at 102.3.
Hard work, dedication, team. Patent Printing and Graphics knows the fundamentals to a great game plan. Just like the area athletes, they put forth hard work and dedication to all of their customers. Patent Printing and Graphics would like to wish all area schools and sports teams a very successful season and school year. Contact Patent Printing and Graphics for your next marketing or printing project at 217-347-0220 or look them up on the web at www.patentprinting.com.
All right, it's very tough for us to hear It is a jam-packed Conley gym here at Flora. By the way, I need to say thank you to my friends Randy Poole and everybody at WNOI in Flora. They loaned us their broadcast equipment for tonight's game. I sure do appreciate that. So thanks to Randy. And Pat Garrett, he was my hero. He brought the stuff here and patiently waited until we got here to make sure I didn't mess it up. So thanks, Patrick. Lawrenceville gets the ball inbounded after the timeout. They're down 10 again now, 22-12. Out top, they get the ball to Dylan Volkman, off to Harry Loeb, and he works it out top here for the Indians. Left wing to Dylan Volkman. They swing it the other way to Cochran now. He's looking to get open and can't. He fires it low, and it's out of bounds. He threw it in the general vicinity of Jordan Schick. Missed him. Second turnover on Flora. Shoes get the ball back up 10. They have a chance to take their biggest lead of the night this trip. They've led by 11. Ungren across midcourt. Driving left side of the lane. Runner for two. Too strong. Rebound out of bounds. Off tee down and a foul to boot. So the Shoes another foul. That one on Chris Ungren. His second. And that is enough for a 1-and-1, right?
Yes, they've already been, that is their 18th foul.
Pardon me, that's right. I was thinking Lawrenceville. Sorry about that. We're also trying to keep you up on the St. Anthony game. That's a live game right now on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com, remember. So you can check that out online or on the 97.9 XFM. Chick's foul shot good. Jordan has 4. Shoes sit down Ungren. Devin Smith's back. Belleville sits down, and Kyle Smith is back. So it's the Smiths, Hardick, Meddy, and Beaker. That's who's out there right now for T-Town. 6:07 to go second quarter. Shoes by 9. The first foul shot good. Schick's second one good. Jordan Schick with 5 makes it 22-14, an 8-point game. Baker beats the traffic, gets it down court to Kyle Smith. Then Lawrenceville got back in time. Baker right side. Across the lane. Pass Hardick. Long three. Short. On front of the rim. Cochran the rebound for Lawrenceville. Then he gets it across midcourt. Right side gets it to Harry Loeb. He goes inside. Shot for two. Good. Looked like he was going to pass back out. Shot the ball. That kept the defense on its feet. He had an easy jumper. 22-16. Shoes down to Meddy. Shot up and good. And an offensive foul. They call the charge on Meddy. Schick did an incredible job of getting back and getting set to take that charge.
My problem is he was set right underneath the basket, so I don't know about that.
No place for your man to come down.
Meddy's second foul, that's all that matters. It counts all the same. So Meddy, Drace, Hardick, and Ungren all with a couple.
Hardick sits back down, and the Shoes have Ungren back in. So it's Devin Smith, Kyle Smith, Belleville's back, Ungren, and Beaker. That's who's out there right now for the Shoes. Ball knocked loose. Good hands by Belleville. He started that. Shoes end up on the steal, the third Lawrenceville turnover. Shoes with the ball. They lead at 22-16. 5:20 to go, second quarter here at Flora to a sectional championship. Devin Smith left side, out top to Belleville. Lane swings it right side. Baker for 3, front of the rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Volkman for Lawrenceville. He goes coast to coast, shot off balance, good. Dylan Volkman said, I need to do something. All of a sudden, that lead's down to 4, 22-18. Devin Smith, ball knocked loose. Belleville corrals it. Shot no good. He got fouled on the way up. Good job. Blocking foul on Brady Benson. Belleville's going to the line to shoot a pair here.
Yeah, Benson picks up his second. Only the team's 5th foul, but he's got 2.
Not a popular call for the Lawrenceville fans.
Now,
you can hear the booing in the background.
You kind of expect that in a game of this magnitude. Every call is either the best or worst call in the world.
Belleville drains the first one. Lane has 3 off the bench. Lawrenceville sits down Brady Benson, and they bring in Dalton Shoulders, a 6'2 senior, to replace him. T-Towns leads back to 5. One more here for Belleville, and he missed it. Rebound Lawrenceville, grabbed by Loeb. 23-18 T-Town. 4:44 to go before halftime. Somebody's going to Carbondale Tuesday night. Somebody's going home. On the side, Harry Loeb with the ball for Lawrenceville. Brings it out top on the dribble. Kyle Smith picks him up. He drives to the hole, puts it off the glass. Good. Wow, nobody came over to help. Harry Loeb with 7. They're back within 3, 23-20.
Loeb's shown a real ability to beat people off the dribble and get himself some open shots. We may see him get a little more aggressive here.
Devin Smith with the ball for T-Town out top. Bounce pass right side to Beaker. Beaker got touched. Beaker touched him back. Left side to Devin Smith. Devin on the dribble out top to Beaker. Shoots for 2. Got it with a man hanging on him. Beaker gets the jumper. Brandt with 5. Shoots back up 5. 25-20. That was pretty. They get it to Cochran. He stops out top. Ungren working against him. Cochran picks up the dribble. Now what? It's knocked loose by Ungren. They're both going for the floor. It's out of bounds. They stay off Ungren. It'll stay with Lawrenceville.
Well, that jockeying for position, after the ball got knocked loose, the guys were worrying more about keeping each other from getting to the basketball than actually getting to it. Kind of went both ways there.
Lawrenceville gets it inbound. Out top, Dylan Volkman with the ball. Hands it to Harry Loeb. And the Indians set it up. T-Town's led start to finish. Here's a long 3 for Loeb, and he buried it. Wow. 10 for Loeb. The lead for T-Town down to 2 now, 25-23. Ungren in backcourt. Gets it to Beaker. Slings it down to Belleville. Baseline to Kyle Smith. Drives inside. Shot up and no good. Rebound. Lawrenceville. Grabbed by Cochran. They can tie with a 2. Take their first lead of the night with a 3. Shoes led by 11 in the first quarter. Out top with it. Lawrenceville plays catch. They go left side to Loeb. Loeb gets it over on the side to Cochran to go down low. And a foul on Lawrenceville. They say Schick was shoving off trying to get open for a shot. It's out of bounds to T-Town on the turnover.
So Schick picks up his first. And there was plenty of jockeying for position there. We're seeing it a lot. Guys are, I think it might be getting a little chippy down on the floor right now, Greg.
2:57 to go before halftime. Shoes still with a lead, but it's down to 2. 25-23. Beaker, nice job getting through a double team out front. Off to Devin Smith. Right side now to Belleville. Lane's giving the Shoes some good minutes here. Out top to Ungren. Chris directing traffic, trying to get a cutter. They can't, so over to Devin Smith. Out top to Kyle Smith. Left wing Beaker. Goes baseline, puts it up. No good. Drew the foul, though. Blocking foul on Lawrenceville. 2 coming at the line here for Brandt Beaker.
Dylan Volkman tried to take the charge, but ends up picking up his second foul. And while it is a shooting foul, that's the 8th team foul for Lawrenceville.
Bryce Winningham back in here for Lawrenceville. 25-23 Shoes. 2.5 to go before halftime. Championship of the Flora 2A sectional. Officials are talking something over here. All 3 of them huddle up while Beaker's trying to shoot foul shots here. They won't give him the ball. We're talking about whether they can make a substitution, I think. I think a kid had come out, and he was trying to come back in, and there hadn't been another play yet. You can't sit somebody and bring them right back in before there's something. A foul shot is fine. They'll come back in here in a minute. So Beaker at the line puts it up and good. And now they make the exchange. Beaker has 6. Shoes by 3, 26-23. They sat down Volkman. They bring back in Bryce Winningham. 2.5 to go before halftime. Winner goes to Carbondale Tuesday night in super sectional play. Loser goes home. Beaker's second foul shot, no good. Rebound Lawrenceville. Knocked loose by T-Town. Look, Kyle Smith knocked that ball away. Grabbed by Belleville, and the Shoes get the basketball after all. Nice work. Right side, Devin Smith. Holding, lobs down low to Belleville. Shot up and no good. It rolled over the rim. Rebound taken down by Shoulders for Lawrenceville. Wow. Get it to Cochran, and he gets it across midcourt. Bounce pass to Schick. Schick back to the basket now, turns around, hands the ball to Winningham. A 3 would tie it. Under 2 minutes to play before halftime. Cochran with the ball. Curls to the left side. Now top to Schick. He tries to drive, and there's a collision and a foul on Belleville. So it'll be still 1-1, or is that?
That's going to be 10. So that's going to be 2 shots.
Didn't know whether they put it up on the board yet. So 2 shots here for Jordan Schick with a minute 48 to go. Schick place is jammed, man.
And Schick's got 5 points. He still has an attempted field goal in this game. He's just made now 4 trips to the line.
This was a sellout 24 hours ago, gang. Foul shot short. Chick has one more coming. Again, it's a double bonus. Undren sits down now. Michael Grace checks back in here for Teutopolis. Shoes looking for win number 26. Lawrenceville for win number 29. We're trying to keep you up to date, too, on the Effingham game against Champaign Central and also the St. Anthony game. And we've got a heart score for you here just in a second. Thank you, Kenneth. That foul shot was no good, so missed them both. Drace the rebound for T-Town to Devin Smith. His 3 tries no good, and it's off Kyle Smith out of bounds. At the half at the Mattoon Sectional, it's Champaign Central 30, Effingham 24. So a close ball game at Mattoon. In addition, at halftime, at a game heard on 97.9 XFM right now, it's Patoka 26, St. Anthony 18. So thanks, Kenna, for getting us those updates. Again, the Bulldogs game is live now on 97.9 XFM. So the Shoes can't convert. And Lawrenceville, another chance to tie with a 3. Low shot, no good, but the rebound comes out to Schick for the Indians. To Cochran, back to Schick. He drives this time, can't shoot. Cochran, corner 3, no good. Rebound, shoot. Grabbed by Belleville. Boy, Lane Belleville has given the Shoes some big minutes here. Then he's going to be fresh in the second half. Beaker tries a 3, no good. Rebound taken down by Lawrenceville's Dalton Shoulders, and then a reach-in foul on Belleville. So the shot no good. Lawrenceville the rebound, and Belleville got a foul. Nothing went well that trip. And Lawrenceville down 3, heads to the line in the person of Dalton Shoulders. So 26-23 T-Town. Shoulders is yet to score tonight. Gets a pair here at the line. Shoulders foul shot, no good. Lawrenceville not having a whole lot of success at the foul line tonight. Shoulders is a 6'2 senior. Foul shot, so a miss and a make. Shoulders first point. Boy, Jason Hansen was really leaning on the official there during that foul shooting. He wasn't happy about something. Drace gets the ball across the half line for T-Town. We're under a minute to go before halftime. Shoes with a 2-point lead. Long angle pass knocked away by Shoulders out of bounds. It'll stay with Teutopolis, but I'm telling you, you need to be careful. One of the fans who's sitting in a chair along the sidelines got whacked by that one. And that's a T-Town fan, by the way. Beaker gets it in deep to Devin Smith. We're down to 40 seconds before halftime. Shoes with the ball and a 2-point lead. Beaker in the corner, out top to Kyle Smith. Looking for somebody to get open. Finally, Devin Smith untangles from the Lawrenceville player. Grace, head of the key, 3, no good. Rebound over the back. I think we're going to get Devin Smith here. Looked like Lawrenceville, Bryce Winningham had position, and I think, yeah, unfortunately I'm right. Devin Smith over the back, the foul for the Shoes.
Many fouls as the Shoes have committed in this half, though. Nobody has picked up that number 3, which you absolutely want to stay away from in the first half. Lots of guys with 2, but nobody has picked up magic number 3 yet.
26-24 Teutopolis. Foul shot up and good. That makes it a 1-point game. Winningham with a chance to tie it up. Lawrenceville trailed by 11 to T-Town early in the game. Now they have a chance to tie this thing up. Second foul by Winningham. Second shot, rather. Short. Rebound, T-Town. Grabbed out of there by Belleville for Teutopolis. He gets shoved a little, but just a little. And T-Town clears it. Down to 15 seconds before the half. Boy, it'd be big. Get a bucket here. 26-25 Teutopolis. Grace has it out top. Drives on Cochran and a foul on Cochran. And that'll get Grace to the line with 6 seconds left. He just kind of went after him.
Yeah, just put a body on him to try to stop him from dribbling around. And they call a pretty obvious foul and gives him a chance for a 1 bonus here.
Winningham sits down for Lawrenceville. They bring Jacob Williams in, a 6'2 junior, for his first action tonight. Michael Grace has 2 points. Foul shot up and no good on the 1-and-1. Rebound, Williams. He gets it to Cochran. 2 seconds. 3 tries. No good. Shoes by 1 as the teams go to the locker room. Wow. What a half of basketball. At the half, championship game of the Flora 2A sectional. Here at Conley Gym at Flora High School. It's Teutopolis 26, Lawrenceville 25. Halftime show on the way in a minute on KJ Country at 102.3.
Stevens Industries recognizes the fact that in life, it takes a team effort to work towards goals and achieve them. That's why the Teutopolis-based company roots on area basketball teams and their efforts to work towards goals and produce a winning team. Stevens Industries does just that, produces a winning team with job opportunities for area athletes who are the future of the company and area sports fans. Check out all their opportunities at StevensInd.com.
When a coach understands the player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with State Farm agent Tom Henderson. He knows your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's. But like a great coach, he helps you create a strategy to meet your individual needs. See State Farm agent Tom Henderson at 122 East Section in Effingham.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance and investment needs, Compass Advisory Group is guiding you in the right direction. Call 347-9697.
Welcome back to Conley Gym at Flora High School. At the half, it's Teutopolis 26, Lawrenceville 25. Lawrenceville scored over 100 points many times this season. Shoes have held them to 25 in the first half here tonight, but the lead's just 1. And the thing that's magnified by that is that Teutopolis in the first quarter had an 11-point lead. They got out of the gate in great shape. It was 13-2 Shoes. From that point, though, it's a much different story. From that point, it's 13-13. And as a result, that can't be right, 23, it's 23-13 from that point. Lawrenceville had a 12-point deficit. They were looking up at an 11-point deficit. Now it's 1. 26-25 T-Town at halftime here at Flora. Jam-packed. They sold it out by last night. And I am telling you, you could grow orchids in here. It is so hot here tonight at Conley Gym at Flora High School. It was 17-12 Teutopolis after one quarter. Lawrenceville had the better measure of things in the second quarter. They outscored the Shoes 13-9. Dustin's stats are going to be very telling here in a minute about how this game has shifted as far as scoring. At the half, Shoes by 1. Here's a look at the scoring among the individuals. For Lawrenceville, Brant Cochran has 6. Dylan Volkman, 2. Harry Lowe leads Lawrenceville and all scores with 10. Jordan Schick has 5. Brady Benson is yet to score. Bryce Winningham and Dalton Shoulders each have 1 point. Jacob Williams played at the end of the half. 12-13 the quarters for Lawrenceville's 25 points here at halftime. For Teutopolis, Michael Drace has 2 points. Devin Smith, 5. Brett Meddy has 4. Kyle Smith has 4. Mitch Ardick, 2. Brant Beaker off the bench has 6. And Lane Belleville has 3. Quarters for Teutopolis of 17-9 for their 26 points. So it's 26-25 T-Town at halftime. Dustin's working on how the numbers break down, and we'll recap those scores for you when we're back in a minute on the halftime show here on KJ Country at 102.3.
Accidents can happen doing the most usual of activities. Sports injuries, falls, broken bones are all issues that can affect your daily living. Sarah Bush Lincoln's highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use the latest, least invasive techniques to get you moving again. The physical therapy team helps you regain flexibility and strength so you can get back to enjoying life. Sarah Bush Lincoln, trusted, compassionate care. Visit www.sarahbush.org.
Farm Credit has been serving agriculture for nearly 100 years. As a member of the trusted nationwide Farm Credit system, they are more than just a lender. They become a trusted friend and financial partner to generations of farmers, and they know the importance you place on your operation. That's why Farmers has turned to Farm Credit for nearly a century. How about you? Call Farm Credit today at 800-444-FARM.
All right, I believe we're back at Conley Gym at Flora High School. Tough to hear tonight in this jam-packed place, and they're got that rock and roll going here in the gym, so sounds pretty good, though. I kind of like Mr. Jones. Help me out. Who is Counting Crows? That's right. They're the ones that sing about that hospital in winter and all that stuff. Yeah. All right, at the half, it's 26-25, T-Town by 1. Dustin has the numbers here at the break on this one.
The song you just referenced is A Long December, by the way. And
A Long December.
I'll tell you what, the thing about December is it's nice and cool out.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what it is up here right now. All right, halftime stats. Lawrenceville shot 42.9% in the first half, but just 6 of 14 from the field, only 14 field goal attempts. 12 of 18 from the free throw line. They shot a ton of free throws, 66.7% there, and 1 for 8 from three-point range. That's 12.5%. T-Town shot an even 40%, 10 for 25 from the field. So the Wooden Shoes took 11 more shots from the field in the first half than Lawrenceville did, but they took 10 fewer free throws. The Wooden Shoes just 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 62.5%. And they were also 1 for 8 from three-point range, again, 12.5%. Turnovers, Lawrenceville had 9, T-Town 7. T-Town had 6 in the first quarter, cleaned it up quite a bit there in the second. And they also out-rebounded Lawrenceville 15-11 in the first half, but had a 10-1 edge after the first quarter. Lawrenceville had 1 rebound in the first quarter. I mean, it seems hard to believe, but that's what I had. And listen, I guarantee my stats up to 97%. So that must have been what it was. Lawrenceville got on the boards real well there in the second and evened things up a little bit. Just as you mentioned, looked like the better of the two teams there in the second period. As far as individual numbers go, Harry Loeb leads Lawrenceville with 10 points, 4 for 7 from the field, including 1 for 4 from three-point range. He also made his only free throw attempt. 6 points for Brant Cochran, 1 for 5 from the field, but 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Jordan Schicks got 5 points. He hasn't attempted a field goal, but he is 5 of 8 from the free throw line. And then Dylan Boltzmann, 1 for 2 from the field for his 2 points. Dalton Shoulders and Bryce Winningham each have 1 point on 1 for 2 trips to the free throw line. And Jacob Williams and Brady Benson have both played but not scored. In fact, neither one of them has attempted a shot tonight. As far as T-Town goes, pretty balanced scoring, but nobody's got a big total. Grant Beaker leads the way with his 6 points. He's 2 for 7 from the field, including 1 for 4 from three-point range. He was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Devin Smith, 5 points all in the first quarter, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds for him. He leads all players. He also has 1 assist. 4 points apiece for Kyle Smith and Brett Meddy. Smith 1 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from the stripe, 3 rebounds for him. Meddy 2 for 3 from the field for his 4 points. He has 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a blocked shot. Michael Drays and Mitch Hardick each had 2 points. Drays 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from the line. Hardick 1 for 2 from the field. Each of them has an assist in this game. And I forgot Lane Belleville. He's got 3 points. He's 1 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds for him as well. And then you had Chris Ungrund. He hasn't scored. He's 0 for 1 from the field of 1 rebound, 2 assists for him. One thing of note for T-Town, Drace, Hardick, Meddy, Ungrund, and Belleville all sitting on 2 fouls as we go into the second half of play. So nobody picked up their third, but several guys sitting at 2 apiece. There were quite a few whistles there in that first half. But at the break, Greg, T-Town with the slimmest of leads, 26-25 over Lawrenceville here in Florida.
Appreciate the update, Dustin. Excuse me. Appreciate the update, Dustin. Back with the second half of play-by-play from the championship of the Florida 2A sectional in just a minute here on KJ Country at 102.3.
Brown's Drug in Effingham has all the answers when it comes to Medicare billing. Medicare can be confusing when it comes to diabetic testing supplies. That's why all of us here at Brown's Drug in Effingham have been well trained to assist Medicare patients with diabetic testing supplies, including the major brands of test strips that Medicare covers. Come to Brown's Drug, where we provide hometown personal service for diabetic testing supplies and all the assistance you need for Medicare billings. Brown's Drug in downtown Effingham, your diabetic testing supplies headquarters.
You know, a pickup truck really does come in handy, but most of the time you don't really need a full size, and most of the time you don't need a compact. You need one that's just right, like the mid-sized GMC Canyon. Not too big and not too small. You may call it the Goldilocks of pickup trucks. But don't think for 1 minute this guy's going to hightail it and run when the going gets tough. With pulling power and payload, well, see for yourself. The GMC Canyon, it's just right. Check them out at Russ Bronick or Cadillac Buick GMC, Southtown, Effingham.
Really quickly, we'll mention at the half on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com, Teutopolis leading St. Anthony 26-18. That game's now moved on into the third quarter. Again, you can hear it on 97.9 XFM. At Mattoon tonight in that 3A regional championship with a minute and a half left in the third quarter, it's Champaign Central 49, Effingham 36. So two of our local teams behind, one of our local teams ahead by one here, and that's Teutopolis, and they get the ball here to start this third quarter after Lawrenceville came up empty their first trip. Meddy drove it inside, shot no good, and then a jump called. Kyle Smith got a hand on it for T-Town, Cochran for Lawrenceville. Alternate possession will leave it with Teutopolis.
I was afraid Brett Meddy was going to pick up foul number 3. A bit of a collision as he went for that shot, but they didn't whistle anything, and T-Town gets to keep the basketball.
Shoes with the starters back to start the second half. Devin Smith got bumped out of bounds, but got it safely now to Hardick. Mitch left side trying to go underneath to Kyle Smith. Can't, so out top to Brett Meddy. Right side, Drace. Boy, was wide open on a 3. Goes inside to Kyle Smith. Shot good. What a nice turnaround jumper by Kyle Smith. He has 6, shoes back up 3, 28-25. That's how the scoring starts in the second half. I don't think Lawrenceville's going to score 100 tonight. It's going to be some second half if they do. 28-25 T-Town as we get going here in the third quarter. Winningham. Pass knocked loose by Drace. Layup. Good. Oh, they wipe it off. They say the foul came before the shot, which I guess is true, but it would have been poetic justice for Drace to score. But he got fouled on the way to the hole.
Still pretty tough finish for him, even if it doesn't count. For Bryce Winningham, that's foul number 3, first against either team here in the second half.
So the Shoes with yet another takeaway. They get it Hardick into Meddy. Brett drives into Lane. Spin move. Shot hooked up. No good. Got fouled on the way. Again, it'll be out of bounds to defense.
Yeah, Jordan Chick hanging on him there as Meddy tried to put a spin move on him. Chick grabbed the hold, wouldn't allow him to finish the move, and gets a whistle for a second foul.
After 3, Champaign Central starting to pull away on Effingham. At Mattoon at Champaign Central 55, Effingham 36. That's the third quarter. That's after 3. So the Hearts are going to need a huge fourth quarter to prolong their season. Shoes get it inbounds. Hardick with the ball now out top to Michael Drace, and the Shoes set it up. Left side, Devin Smith with the ball. Sorry, people can't call me because I'm on my phone. Well, I know who that is. Here's a ball knocked loose. Regained. It's inside. Brett Meddy got it stripped, and another foul on Lawrenceville.
That was a heck of a pass from Devin Smith. Went the opposite direction where I thought he was going to go. Got it to Meddy, and Meddy was fouled as he's trying to go up for a shot. Never could even get one up, so they'll have to inbound on the baseline again.
So Lawrenceville with 3 fouls already here to start the second half.
Well, and that was Brant Cochran picking up his second, by the way.
Hardick inbounds on the baseline, gets knocked away, and it's out of bounds off Lawrenceville. It'll be inbounded by T-Town again.
Got to scoot down a little further toward the corner to inbound this one.
The official grins at Harry Loeb and said, man, it went off you. Shoes looking inbound. Hardick gets it out top to Kyle Smith, and T-Town gets it inbounded safely out top to Grace, and Michael will set up the offense here. Hardick right wing. Lob down low to Meddy, knocked loose, and a foul on Meddy, reaching back, trying to knock it back loose. Good work by Loeb. He stepped inside and got the knock away, and then Meddy over the back on him.
Meddy avoided a third foul earlier in the quarter, but gets it there.
So out of bounds to Lawrenceville to bring it the length of the floor. He's down by 3, but they've been scuffling a little offensively since the first quarter. They had it up 11 in the first quarter. Now they're up by 3. Down low, Schick can't get in. Waits for the cutter. Shot up and good. Nice move by Dylan Volkman and a good feed from Schick. Volkman with 4. The T-Town lead back down to 1. Underneath, Devin Smith shot for 2. No good. Rebound loose. Schick grabs it for Lawrenceville. They can take the lead with a basket this trip. Down court, Loeb shot no good. Kyle Smith got a hand on it. And another jump on the rebound. Alternate possession. We'll give it to Lawrenceville. So the Indians will inbound. Somebody needs to step out and inbound. And eventually, Harry Loeb says, here, I'll do it. 28-27 T-Town. Lawrenceville with the basketball. Knocked away at the inbound pass by Devin Smith. Almost right to Randy Bishop. Randy shaking his head, saying, you might want to think about another pass. And so now they'll inbound right by the Lawrenceville bench. Cochran looking, goes deep with it. It's caught by Loeb. Loeb drives on 2, knocked loose by Drace, and he gets the steal. Going to the hole, sticks it up. Got it! What a nice play by Michael Drace. He has 4. Quickly down court. Lawrenceville shot up and good by Dylan Volkman. He says, I'll come right back at you, Drace. Volkman hits, and it's back to a 1-point game, 30-29. Hardick, Devin Smith, Drace, down low. Kyle Smith, baseline shot, no good. Rebound Benson for Lawrenceville. They get it down court quickly. Volkman, spin move, shot. No, he passed it. Oh, and a foul before the shot. Devin Smith went a mile in the air for that, and he got called for a foul. That's a tough call. It's a common foul. It'll be out of bounds to Lawrenceville on the baseline. 4:59 to go in the third. Shoes by 1. Lawrenceville with the ball. Cochran gets it in on the baseline. Volkman with it. Drives inside. Shot good. And he got fouled. And Lawrenceville takes their first lead of the game. 31-30 Indians. And Volkman going to the line for the and 1.
And while Volkman was driving the baseline there, both of the weak side defensive help options for T-Town had their back turned to the play, and he was able to just go right up and get that layup while being fouled. That foul goes against Drace. That's his third.
So it's 31-30 Lawrenceville with 4:56 to go in the third. That's their first lead of the game. Foul shot short. And rebound Devin Smith for T-Town. Off to Drace. Shoes would love to get the lead right back here. Hardick across midcourt. Stops left wing. Out top to Drace. And the Shoes set it up. Shoes had 17 in the first quarter, but they've only had 13 points since then. We're 4:30 to go on the third. Drace left wing. Michael, the cutter to Devin Smith, and it's stolen. And it's eventually teamed up between Loeb and Cochran. And now stolen right back for Devin Smith for T-Town. And then he passes it to Meddy. And a collision, inadvertent. Brady Benson whacked Meddy, knocked him down, and a foul on Lawrenceville.
Tough one for Benson. He just lost his balance and knocked him over and picked up his third.
Common foul. Shoes ball inbound at midcourt. Change for Lawrenceville. Shoulders comes back. They sit down Brady Benson, who picked up that third foul. 31-30 Lawrenceville. Again, they trailed by 11 in the first quarter. Now they're up 1 here in the third. Grace inbounds, catches the ball inbounds in the backcourt. Walks it across the half line. Left side, Hardick. Kyle Smith down low, not high enough on the down low pass, and the ball's knocked loose. Lawrenceville gets it back. They get it inside. Volkman's layup. Good. Oh, that ball got batted back and forth 3 times that trip down the floor. And Lawrenceville by 3, 33-30. T-Town needs the basket to stop the bleeding here. Devin Smith, these long passes, they're not getting away with them now. They swing it to Drace. Kyle Smith right side. Brings it back out top. Picks up his dribble. Now he needs help. There's the cutter. Devin Smith. Spin Lou in the shot and the lane good. What a great move by Devin Smith. And now we've got a foul as Lawrenceville's bringing it up the floor, and Michael Drace's 4th foul. 100 miles from the basket. Not a good decision. So Grace is down with a fourth foul. Lundgren's back in. Common foul. Devin Smith's basket made it a 1-point game again. Shoes back within 33-32. 3:25 to go, third quarter. Cochran with it. Right side now to Volkman. Gets it inside to Schick. Feed inside. Shot good and a foul. Boy, they kept passing the ball inside. Little bounce passes. Shoulders finally sticks it up and in, and he got fouled to make it a 3-point lead for Lawrenceville. And the and one coming here.
These Lawrenceville players very good at knowing where their teammates are and being able to make those passes without really having to look. They just know that their guys are supposed to be there. They make the feed, and it's been killing T-Town here in the third quarter.
Lawrenceville sat Volkman down. Bryce Winningham back in. Brett Meddy sat down for T-Town, and Lane Belleville's back.
And Meddy sat down because that was his fourth foul.
So Grace and Meddy with 4 fouls apiece. The foul shot no good again. Lawrenceville have a bigger lead, but they aren't having a good night at the line. Devin Smith the rebound for T-Town. Lawrenceville leads at 35-32. Belleville gets it to Devin Smith. Down in the corner, Hardy for 3. No good. Rebound, Lawrenceville. Grabbed by Loeb. Loeb gets it down court quickly. Stops left wing out top. Schick can't drive. Gets it to Cochran. Down low. Stolen. Now it's regained by Lawrenceville. And the shot blocked by Devin Smith off Winningham. And Belleville the rebound for T-Town. What a block by Devin Smith. Woo. So the Shoes get the ball back. They can tie it back up with a 3 here. Lawrenceville did not lead till this quarter. 2.5 to go in the third game. Lawrenceville leads at 35-32. Down low, Kyle Smith posts up in the lane. Squirms, shoots, short, rebound. Devin Smith passes into Kyle Smith. Shot good. They got fouled. Nice work by the Smith. Devin got it to Kyle. Kyle sticks it up and in. He has 8, and he has a foul shot that would tie it up again. 35-34. Lawrenceville's lead down to 1. Lawrenceville sits down Winningham, and they bring back in Harry Loeb. One shot here for Kyle Smith would tie this thing. Foul shot, good. Kyle Smith with 9. T-Town's come back from being down 3 to tie it at 35. 2:15 to go in the third. I'm not leaving. I'm sticking for the end of this one. Volkman with the ball. Out top to Loeb. Right side shot, no good. He got fouled, I guess. If it's around the basket, they're calling it.
Yeah, Belleville gets this one, his third. You see, after the play, you see Chris Ungren talking to Belleville and saying, got to stay straight up, got to stay straight up.
Timeout on the floor. 2:07 to go in the third. The championship of the Flora Sectional. It's Teutopolis 35, Lawrenceville 35 on KJ Country at 102.3.
KJ Country 102.3, WKJT, Teutopolis, Effingham.
Your safety is the utmost importance to us. That's why we want to improve and strengthen the safety and security of your business, your school, and your home. Hi, this is Kathy with Bartle Lock and Security. Don't panic over the security of those you love. Let us provide you with peace of mind. We offer security systems, fire alarms, and access controls, and we've been locally owned and operated in the Effingham area for over 40 years. Get a free estimate at Bartle Lock and Security, 347-9630.
Take time out and come to Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy for the best defense against cold and flu season. Chip, Michael, or any of the other pharmacists would be glad to help you with your health care needs. Let them slam dunk your symptoms so you can get back into the game. Located at 805 West Fayette. Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
2:07 left, third quarter, championship of the Flora Sectional. It's Lawrenceville 35, make it 36, as Harry Loeb drains a foul shot. Teutopolis 35. So Lawrenceville back up by 1. Loeb first point and a half, second one good. Lawrenceville back up 2, 37-35 with 2:06 to go in the third quarter. T-Town again has Meddy and Drace on the bench, each with 4 fouls. Ungren's pass inside, saved, out to Hardick for 3, and he buried it. There you go. Mitch Hardick hits a big three. T-Town's back in front, 38-37.
Looks like a busted play. Instead, to get the 3 points on the board.
Hardick with 5. Shoes back in front. They were down 3 at one point in this quarter. In the lane, nobody got the pass, and it's knocked loose and stolen by T-Town. Wow, a little lob, and the guy that they thought was going to come get the ball didn't. The Shoes did. Lawrenceville's 4th turnover. So the Shoes with the ball in a 1-point lead. Devin Smith pass knocked loose, and he saves it finally to Undgren. Down low to Belleville. He goes baseline. Shot blocked. And the rebound goes to Loeb. The block credited to Dalton's shoulders. Loeb the rebound for Lawrenceville. Inside Volkman. Shot no good. Rebound T-Town. Grabbed by Hardick. Mitch gets it out front to Devin Smith. He, of course, is running the point now with Grace down. Corner, Kyle Smith, 3, short. Rebound grabbed by Volkman for Lawrenceville. He wants to push it. Good defense by Undgren to shut him down. On the right side to Loeb. They go down low to Schick. Shot up over 2. No good. Rebound loose. It'll be T-Town basketball. Lawrenceville foul. And it's on, since there were several candidates. Schick.
Schick was kind of trying to force something and draw a foul there. Instead, doesn't get the shot to go and picks up foul number 3.
It was a close shave, but Schick got the foul. Here's Dahl knocked loose. T-Town gets it back.
I'm not going to let you make any more jokes like that tonight.
I'm clean out of sartorially excellent. For shot for 3. Hardick, no good. Belleville to follow, no good. This rebound, Lawrenceville. Grabbed by Loeb. He's going coast to coast. Puts it up. Good. Harry Loeb with 14. That puts Lawrenceville back in front, and T-Town gets the ball knocked loose at midcourt. T-Town just needs to get a breath. They're already running without Grace and Meddy. That's problem enough that 2 of the starters are down with 4 fouls apiece. Just need to take a breath. It's Beaker back in now for T-Town. So Beaker, Undgren, Kyle Smith, Belleville, and Devin Smith. That's the 5 out there right now for the Shoes. 39-38 Lawrenceville. 16 seconds left in the third. Boy, T-Town would love to score the last points of this quarter. Undgren down to 9. Undgren drives. They get it baseline. Belleville out to Beaker for 3. Got it! Beaker hits the 3. At the other end, shot up at the buzzer. No good for Lawrenceville. T-Town by 2 as we head to the fourth quarter. Grant Beaker canned the 3, and there was no doubt whether he was behind the line. Headed to the fourth here at Flora. Teutopolis 41, Lawrenceville 39 on KJ Country at 102.3.
Stop paying ATM fees. Did you know that Diedrich Bank has the largest local ATM network? That means if you are a customer of Diedrich Bank, you have access to over 30 of our ATMs and will not be charged usage fees at any of these locations. Not to mention, if you have our Prime Rewards checking account, you can be refunded out-of-network fees up to $30. That's right, switch to Diedrich Bank and stop paying ATM fees. Diedrich Bank. Live for today, bank for tomorrow. Member FDIC.
Hi, everyone. This is Jim Hecht at Dan Hecht Chevrolet Toyota in Effingham. Do you have danhecht.com saved as one of your favorites on your computer? You should, because when you need a new or quality pre-owned vehicle, or you need emergency service on your present vehicle, you'll find us there ready to serve you 24/7. Go there after the game and check out the specials we have going on this month. Hope to see you soon at Dan Hecht Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or danhecht.com online.
All righty, I think we're back. It is really hard to hear down here tonight. Ready for the fourth quarter of this 2A sectional championship game at Flora. It's Teutopolis 41, Lawrenceville 39 as we start this fourth quarter. Shoes get the ball to start the quarter. What a clutch shot by Brant Baker draining that 3. It was a line drive, man. It snapped the net. So T-Town was down 3 in the quarter. Now they're back up 2. Devin Smith out top to Belleville. Left side to Undgren again. Brett Meddy and Michael Grace both with 4 fouls already. Beaker's 3 blocked. Lawrenceville the rebound. Layup no good. The follow is good, though. And a foul. The layup by Loeb was no good. Shoulders follow was good, and he got fouled by Baker. Shoulders with 5. That ties it at 41. That's how the fourth quarter starts. And then the foul on Brant Beaker. And that'll let Shoulders try the and one, and it's way short, and Devin Smith the rebound for T-Town. I tell you, Lawrenceville's foul shooting's keeping T-Town in the game. Beaker down to Belleville to Devin Smith, and timeout. Well, what do we got? What did somebody do? Step out of bounds?
Stepped on the sideline there.
Holy cow. There was nobody. That's as open as the Shoes player's been all night, and they stepped out of bounds right in front of the Shoes bench. So Lawrenceville gets it on the turnover. Volkman with the ball. Right side. Gets it to Schick. Schick in the lane. Kicks it out top. Shoulders for 3. Shot no good. 24 missed. 24 gets the rebound. Kyle Smith clears it for T-Town. Down to Beaker. Lob it underneath the Belleville. Layup good. Oh, nice look. Nice job of Beaker checking underneath. Belleville has 5. Shoes back up 2.
I wasn't sure he's going to look up in time to see it, but Belleville was there all day.
They get it out top to Volkman. Schick now at the high post. Corner 3. No good by Cochran. T-Town the rebound. Look at Kyle Smith fly through there and get that board. Teutopolis has really done well rebounding the basketball tonight. Shoes by 2 with 6:25 to go. T-Town with a win goes on to super sectional action, Elite 8 action, actually, Tuesday night. Beaker's shot no good. Oh, and an offensive foul. I don't agree with that call. Beaker turned around. The kid was there. That should have been a charge. That's not a charge. Anyway, that's what got called. Beaker didn't initiate the contact, nothing. Turnover on T-Town regardless. Lawrenceville with the ball. I'm with you. Shoes lead at 43-41. That was not the correct call. They think should have been no call. Excuse me. Shoulders gets it inside for Lawrenceville. Shot no good. And another foul on T-Town. And we got one guy who's called a couple of fouls here real quick.
Well, Devin Smith needs to really be careful. I know he's fired up and he's got a good reason to be frustrated, but he can't keep talking, he can't keep making the gestures, or it's going to cost him. That's his 3rd foul.
Officials will give you a wide berth this late in the season, but still.
Only so wide.
Shoulders foul shot, no good. He's got one more coming. Teutopolis leads it 43-41 with 6:02 left in somebody's season here at Flora. Shoulders has 5 tonight. This foul shot, good. So a miss and a make. Shoulders with 6. The Shoes lead down to 1, 43-42. 6 minutes to go. Undren to Beaker. Again, Grace and Meddy down with 4 fouls apiece. Kyle Smith showed 3, drives the baseline, got fouled. And it is enough for a 1 and bonus now. So the Shoes will head to the line here.
Grant Cochran picks up his 3rd.
And it'll be Kyle Smith on the line to shoot the 1 and bonus. Now they're double-checking about who the foul is on. The official comes over to the scorer's table. Meanwhile, Shoulders sits down here for Lawrenceville, and they bring Brady Benson back in.
So instead of Cochran's 3rd foul, that is Jordan Schick's 4th.
That's not real good news for Lawrenceville fans. Kyle Smith's foul shot, good. He does get the bonus. Boy, it tried to come out, but it finally fell in. Smith has 10. That makes it 44-42. Now the Lawrenceville fans are yelling again, and Randy Bishop says, "What's up here?" So now the official's going to come over and talk to the other officials, while poor Kyle Smith's trying to shoot a foul shot, and he's got to wait because the officials can't decide who the foul's on. So anyway,
nobody's happy.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, while Kyle Smith's getting iced at the foul line, the officials are trying to decide who the foul's on. They come over to the scorer's table, and Lawrenceville fans are happy with that decision. It's on Shoulders, which is who I thought was on the first place.
And it's only his 2nd.
And now Kyle Smith will finally get to shoot the 2nd foul shot. Deep down in front, 44-42 with 5:47 to go. Smith takes his time, puts it up, and good. Attaboy. That's 11 for Kyle. The Shoes by 3, 45-42. That looks like a big lead right now with this game's gone the last half. 5:40 to go. Shoes by 3. Lawrenceville with the ball. Schick goes left side. Now peels it back out top. Hands the ball to Brady Benson. Over to Cochran. Leaves it with Volkman. Volkman head of the key. Back to Schick. Schick looks to drive. He can't. Now to Cochran. Long free strike. Good. Holy cow. He went up over 8 kids and made that shot. Cochran with 9. We're tied again. 45 all. That was a killer 3, man. Devin Smith in backcourt gets it up court to Beaker. Now to Devin Smith. Jason Hansen riding those 2 kids on the bench as long as he can. Again, Meddy and Grace each with 4. Belleville with the ball out top for T-Town. Now to Beaker. Head of the key to Undgren. Chris, there's the cutter. Kyle Smith down the lane. Shot, no good. Oh, and they called a charge. Kyle Smith with the catch. He tried to drive and shoot. The Lawrenceville kid, there was some contact and a block and a charge is the call, rather. Charging foul and a turnover on T-Town.
That's the third charge that Schick has taken tonight. He saw that one coming and lined it up and took his dive and got the call.
So that gives it back to Lawrenceville. Shoes now in double they over the double bonus limit, so it's 2 shots for Lawrenceville the rest of the game. 4:48 remaining. It's Teutopolis 45, Lawrenceville 45. Indians with a basketball after the offensive foul call. Cochran across midcourt for Lawrenceville comes to the near side. Peels it back to the top. Finally hands it off to Volkman. Volkman head of the key, gets it underneath Brady Benson, and that's a travel. Shoes might have had a charge, but the travel came before that, and the turnover gives the ball back to the Shoes.
Either way, he gets the basketball back. Lawrenceville's first turnover of the quarter.
Here come Meddy and Grace. Jason Hansen decided he's waited long enough. Great job, though, by Belleville. He kept it close. Undgren is the other kid who will sit down. And now they bring back in Hardick, and Beaker will sit down. So the Shoes are going to go with their starters as long as they can. We're down to 4:34 remaining. I'll say again, Meddy and Grace playing with 4 fouls now. They go to midcourt, caught by Kyle Smith. He saved the Shoes a turnover. Down to Grace. He got the dribble down somehow. Now to Kyle Smith, back to Grace. Michael to the lane, fed it in to Brett Meddy. Oh, and the Shoes called time. Holy cow, Meddy had a layup, but the timeout came. Shoes called time. 4:24 left. Championship of the Florida Sectional. It's Teutopolis 45, Lawrenceville 45 on KJ Guthrie at 102.3.
When it comes to carpet, don't choose between style and performance. Mohawk's Smart Strand Forever Clean carpet has it all. Built-in stain protection, maximum durability, and a spill and soil shield that makes Smart Strand the most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. Now Smart Strand Forever Clean is an even smarter choice for families with pets. And for a limited time only, get select styles of Forever Clean carpets at 50% off. Visit Wright Furniture and Flooring in Dietrich today.
When I shop at Martin's IGA Plus in Effingham, I get more than just groceries. I get attention. Sure, the people in produce keep the fruits and vegetables fresh, and the people in the deli keep up with all the different orders. The people in the bakery are friendly and fast, and those in the meat department are always helpful. But what really impresses me is they understand what their most important job is, helping the customer, me. Martin's IGA Plus, where shopping is a pleasure.
4:20 to go in somebody's season, unless we have overtime. It's Teutopolis 45, Lawrenceville 45. Championship of the Florida 2A sectional. Brett Meddy with the ball for T-Town. Out to Kyle Smith. Corner to Grace. Michael puts it on the floor, brings it out top. One thing, Grace and Meddy ought to be well rested after sitting a long time with 4 fouls apiece. Kyle Smith loads it up for 2. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound low for Lawrenceville. And Harry will get it down court with a pass right side to Volkman. Back out to Loeb. Under 4 minutes to play. Tie game. Out top, Schick with the ball for Lawrenceville. Hands it to Loeb. To Volkman. Back to Schick. Schick way out front. Right wing, Volkman with the basketball. Grace picks him up. Head of the key to Schick. Hardick keeping an eye on him. Schick looking. Gets it now to Cochran. There's the cutter. Shot put up and good. Harry Loeb lays it up and in. He has 16. Lawrenceville's back in front. 47-45. Shoes down 2. Hearts losing. Bulldogs losing. Meddy down court for T-Town. Going baseline. Powers up. Puts it up. Got it through the foul. What a play by Britt Meddy. You can't do anything about big. Meddy was 6, ties it at 47, and the and one coming.
That was size and agility all in one play. Nice little turnaround jumper, and that time it is Schick's 4th foul. No question there.
47 all. Belleville's coming in for Meddy here in a minute. Undren's going to come back in, and the wily Coach Hansen is nursing his starters with 4 fouls along here. Undren back in for Hardick.
A little offense, defense.
Yep, get Meddy out of there when the shoes are on D. Foul shot, Meddy, good. Fred has 7. He sits down now. Belleville checks back in, down to 3:10 to go. Shoes by 1.
And obviously it's not to say that Meddy's not a good defensive player. It's just that you're much more likely to pick up that 5th foul on this end of the floor. So get Belleville out there. He's got more to give.
Volkman across the half line for Lawrenceville to Schick. Schick back to the basket, over to Cochran. Drives to the free throw line. Now to Loeb. Loeb over to Schick for 3. No good. Rebound shoot. Grabbed out of there by Undren. Deep down with ball and a 1-point lead. We're down to 2:48 to play. Left side, Devin Smith drives into the lane. Nowhere to go. There's the cutter. Grace, and he lays it up and off. Off, no good. Cochran the rebound for Lawrenceville.
My.
Gets it across midcourt. Drives on 2. Down the lane. Shot too strong. Bodies litter the floor. Golfman shot good.
How in the world is it not a charge?
Golfman has 12. Lawrenceville's back in front. 49-48. Down to 2:22 to go. And somebody's season. To the middle to Undren. Left side to Belleville. Shoes set it up. Down 1. Timeout. Shoes. 2:14 to go in the game. Championship of the Flora Sectional. It's Lawrenceville 49. Teutopolis 48. On KJ Country at 102.3.
If we're going to have chicken sandwiches at Culver's, we better have the best. Your chickens are humanely raised, antibiotic-free.
Right.
Why does that make a difference?
Healthy, well-fed chickens have better flavor.
And why is that important to you?
Well, I want the best for my family, just like anyone else.
Our grilled chicken sandwich, plump, juicy, lightly seasoned, hand-cut, just for Culver's.
Juicy and delicious.
Culver's chicken sandwiches. Welcome to Delicious.
Now's the time to make plans for that new in-ground swimming pool you've been thinking about for your family. Stop by Wet Pools and Spas and talk with Tammy or Doug. They'll help you pick out an Aloha in-ground pool that will best fit your family's wants and needs. Wet is an authorized BioGuard dealer. They have BioGuard pool and spa products that will keep your pool old or new, sparkling clean. Wet Pools and Spas is located on East Rickelman Avenue in Effingham. Give them a call today at 347-3450.
All right, 2:14 left. It's Lawrenceville 49, Teutopolis 48. Championship of the Flora 2A sectional. Somebody's going to Carbondale Tuesday night. Grace with the ball out top for T-Town. On the right side, Kyle Smith. He's had a good night. Looking out top to Hardick. Left wing to Devin Smith. Now to Kyle Smith. Thought about a 2. They covered him up, and he pulls it back out. We're under 2 minutes to play. Lawrenceville by 1. Shoes with the ball. Grace on the dribble for T-Town. Looking. Penetrates, goes to the hole, lays it up, got it. What a play. Michael Grace says, I'll take care of this. Shoes back in front, 50-49. Wolfman with the basketball for Lawrenceville. Grace knocks it loose on his belly. Got it to a teammate. What a play by Michael Grace. Shoes by 1 with the ball. Minute 23 to go. Grace right wing. Puts it on the floor. Down the lane. Puts it up. And off the glass. Good, and he got fouled. Good, and he got fouled. Holy cow. Grace with 8. Shoes by 3, and he has the and 1 coming, and 5 fouls on Schick for Lawrenceville. Jordan Schick leads with 5 points tonight. He fouls out with 1:16 left.
Schick has taken 3 charges in this game. Appears to be something that he's adept at doing, but that time not able to get the call. And Drace hasn't been able to play a ton of minutes in this game because of foul trouble, but he's making the most of these last few here in the fourth quarter.
Hughes by 3 with a foul shot coming. Timeout Lawrenceville. Back in 30 at Flora. It's Teutopolis 52. Lawrenceville 49 on KJ Country at 102.3.
We put Central Illinois in motion. For over 25 years, Benuni Clinic has kept you moving, working, and playing thanks to our skilled physicians, physical therapists, and athletic trainers who team up to develop a customized treatment plan for you. We continue our commitment by providing the latest in sports medicine, rehabilitation, and occupational health. We also offer diagnostics, urgent care, and surgery. Benuni Clinic, 217-342-3400, or visit our website at benuticlinic.com.
We kicked off with 80 in January. February began with 48, and today only a handful remain. So if you're a procrastinator, now's the ideal time for you to call Jansen's Heating and Air to replace your old, inefficient furnace and air conditioner with a brand new, factory fresh, fully warranted comfort system for at least $1,516 less than what you'd usually pay. And when we sell the last one, this sale is done. 347-5223. JansensHeating.com.
All right, Michael Grace with a magnificent drive. Got the shot to go. Drew the 5th foul on Chick, and the foul shot's good. Michael Grace with 9. T-Town by 4. There's a 2-possession lead. Lawrenceville can't inbound the ball. Have to call it time. Minute 16 left. Timeout Lawrenceville. Back in a minute at the Flora Sectional Championship. It's Teutopolis 53, Lawrenceville 49 on KJ Country at 102.3.
It's time for a buzzer beater at Prime Soul. Pick up men's, women's, and children name brand shoes for less, including Nike, Asics, Brooks, New Balance, Skechers, and more. Don't worry about the size because they have infants up to size 16 for that growing basketball player in your home. Make your half-court shot with all the latest styles and colors. Hit your game winner with clothes and shoes from Prime Soul, the corner of Keller Drive and Mid-America Avenue in Effingham.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owners insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Call your Auto Owners Insurance Agency, Tingley Insurance in Effingham, at 342-3637.
Time back in, and Lawrenceville takes full advantage of it as Volkman drives to the basket, lays it up and in. Volkman with 14. The shoes lead back down to 2. Drace to the hole, sticks it up and goes. He got fouled again. And he'll get the and one again. Michael Drace has taken over this ball game for Teutopolis. 4 fouls in all. The senior is playing big.
And again, the Lawrenceville player tries to take the charge in there. That's Winningham that ends up getting called for the block. His 4th foul. And Drace with a chance at another three-point play, another crucial three-point play in the final 2 minutes of this quarter.
We're under a minute to go. Shoes 55, Lawrenceville 51. Michael Drace with 11 points. The foul shot, no good. Rebound, Lawrenceville. Grabbed by Loeb. Shoes by 4, under a minute to go. Wrapped around dribble, Loeb down the lane. He got a shot to go and a block on Drace, and that's 5. Boy, he looks set to me. That's 5 on Michael Drace. He had done such a job of just taking over the offense for Teutopolis, and now he fouls out with 49 seconds left.
He just hopes that what he was able to do here in the fourth quarter is what maybe can help put the shoes over the top. But yeah, we've seen a lot of charges and a lot of blocks called tonight, Greg, and I honestly can't tell you what a charge and what a block is.
Undren sits down. Hardick's back for T-Town. Belleville sits down. Meddy's back for T-Town. Shoes still lead it, 55-53 after Loeb's layup. I have him with 16. I don't think I've missed any. Down to 48.6 left. And timeout, Teutopolis. So the Shoes are going to try and ice him here. 48.6 seconds left. Championship of the Flora Sectional. It's Teutopolis 55, Lawrenceville 53 on KJ Country at 102.3.
New year, new you. At least
least that's what they said is supposed to happen. If you're ready to start this year off right and are sick and tired of being sick and tired, New Health Chiropractic is here to help you get started. For several years, they've been helping people get their health back. Find out why people drive hundreds of miles to experience a form of health care that has changed their lives. So call today, 342-3384. Let New Health Chiropractic be the best decision you make all year.
From cradle to college, here at Crossroads Bank, we want to encourage your children to save today so they'll have a bright financial future tomorrow. Our Build a Reader savings account at Crossroads Bank is fun as well as educational. With every A your child earns in reading or literature, we pay extra. If your child doesn't make an A, they still get to keep a cool bookmark in a Scholastic book. Crossroads Bank, teaching your child to save and take pride in watching their account grow. Member FDIC.
49 seconds left. Shoes lead down to 1 as Harry Loeb successfully converts on the and 1. He has 19. It's 55-54 Shoes. Again, Grace is fouled out for T-Town. That means Devin Smith will roll down to be the point guard now for the Shoes. Down to 35 seconds. Shoes don't have to score again. They're up by 1. Hardick to Kyle Smith to Beaker, and they fouled him with 30 seconds left. So Brant Beaker, who came in for the fouled out Grace, steps to the line with 2 of the biggest foul shots of his life, frankly. 55-54 T-Town.
No pressure.
No, he can't hear me up here. We're good. We're good. Beaker's foul shot. Good. Brant in double figures with 10. Shoes by 2. It's a big foul shot here, man. That'd give him a 3-point lead.
You see Ungrund and Belleville check in again for Meddy and
running the shuttle. Beaker's second one. Good. Got them both. Beaker with 11. That's huge. T-Town by 3. Down to 30 seconds. Colton down the lane. They go to the corner. Now they drive into the lane. Head of the key 3. Loeb. Short. Rebound. Nobody yet. Finally grabbed by Brady Benson for Lawrenceville. They go down low. Stolen by Undred, and he got fouled with 16 seconds left. They fired the ball into the lane. Undred stepped right in front of it. Great step, great defense. And then a foul on Lawrenceville, and that's 5 on Bryce Winningham. So he checks out with 16 seconds left.
Yeah, Winningham had his pocket picked and then wrapped him up right away, but that's the end of the night for Bryce.
And Lawrenceville is going to use their last timeout. Down to 16 seconds left. Shoes by 3. 57-54. Back in a minute here on KJ Country at 102.3.
Drizzling chicken and shrimp at Niemer's Steakhouse. A seasoned grilled chicken breast with red and green peppers, onions, melted cheese, and sautéed shrimp. Niemer's is also featuring tomato basil wraps and Provençal pork. This winter, Niemer's installed new tile flooring in our dish room thanks to Adam and Kevin Haney. Don's Refrigeration is planning to install new walk-in coolers and freezers this spring at Niemer's. At Niemer's, we continue to reinvest to serve you.
So delicious, always special. Niemer's Steakhouse.
You got a pickup truck? Then you need to stop by Midwest Hoppers and pick up accessories at 708 North 3rd Street in Effingham. Since 1994, Midwest Hoppers has been your one-stop for all of your truck accessory needs, including spray and bed liners, running boards, Nerf bars, B&W gooseneck hitches, 2 boxes, Lear caps and lids, plus much, much more. Midwest Hoppers and Pickup Accessories, the largest truck accessory dealer in Central Illinois.
Chris Undred just went to the line and gives T-Town a 2-possession lead. Undred cans the first foul shot. Chris's first point of the night. Makes it 58-54. Second foul shot, no good. Rebound, Lawrenceville. Loeb with the rebound. Don't foul, boys. We're down to 13 seconds left. They get it on the side. Benson, 3, no good. Shoot, rebound, no. Out of bounds off T-Town. By the way, Blake Meddy is in the game for T-Town, just for the record. Belleville, the Smiths, and Undred. And now Teutopolis calls their last timeout. It's down to 6.7, and it's a 2-possession lead. So the last thing, I bet Jason Hansen says nothing more than don't foul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this trip is already a success just in the fact that 10 of the 16 remaining seconds have run off the clock. 6.7 seconds left. make them work for their inbound pass, but don't touch anybody, and they're not, as long as you play it smart, they're just not going to have, as long as you play it smart and then get a clean inbound if they score, that's pretty much the game.
Shoes are 6.7 seconds away from a trip to Carbondale Tuesday night. It's 58-54 Teutopolis in front of Lawrenceville in what's been a wild one. Shoes were up 11 in the first quarter. Well, that didn't last long. Ever since then, it's been 3, 4, 2, 1, tied.
How important were those first 4 minutes of the first quarter? Because otherwise, we may not have this situation right now.
Exactly. Loeb's going to inbound for Lawrenceville, and the Shoes are up 4. They get into Cochran, try for 3, short. Rebound, Lawrenceville. Benson shoots for 2, no good. This rebound goes up. Shoes the championship, and they win it 58-54. T-Town in the Elite 8 in 2A boys basketball, and we're ahead of it, Carbondale, Tuesday night. Wow. Shoes fans going crazy. Look at the shoebox over there, the student section. They're having a good time. Capacity crowd. It was a sellout, and my goodness, did everybody get their money's worth. Final score at Conley Gym and Flora, championship of this 2A sectional. Teutopolis 58, Lawrenceville 54. We'll talk with Coach Jason Hansen. Dustin Stats will recap the scoring and the scores. All on the way in a minute on the postgame show. KJ Country at 102.3.
You make a lot of decisions when you change jobs. In the excitement, it's easy to forget an important one. What to do about the money in your 401k. You have 4 choices. Take the money, leave it where it is, roll the money to your new 401k, or roll it to an IRA. Your decisions have a big impact on your future. Call Tammy Dalford. You're at Country Financial Rep in Effingham for a full analysis of your unique situation and get started today. Security products offered through Country Capital Management Company. Investment management, retirement, trust, and planning services provided by Country Trust Bank. Not FDIC insured. No bank guarantee. May lose value.
The roar of the crowd. The winning shot at the buzzer. The hope of a championship. There's nothing like hoop season. And as we celebrate this exciting time of year, HSHS St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital wants to remind you that our team is always here for your team. Here's to another winning and healthy season. St. Anthony's, where you come first.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 90 years.
Well, we're back at Conley Gym at Flora High School. I don't know how you could ask for a more exciting ball game than this. Capacity crowd, back and forth. Teutopolis wins it. They're headed to the Elite 8 in boys 2A basketball. They'll be playing Tuesday night at 7:30 at Carbondale at SIU Arena. Final score tonight, Teutopolis 58, Lawrenceville 54. What a night. What a ball game. To recap, Teutopolis got out to a 13-2 lead. That's how this game began. But Lawrenceville started pecking away. By the end of the first quarter, that lead was down to 17-12. Lawrenceville then outscored the Shoes 13-9 in the second quarter, and the Shoes lead was down to 1, 26-25. Third quarter, Shoes outscored Lawrenceville 15-14. T-Town up 2, 41-39. Lawrenceville got up by 3 a couple of times late in the game. Teutopolis came back. The Shoes eventually outscored Lawrenceville 17-15 in the fourth quarter, and they win it by 4, 58-54. Lawrenceville's tremendous season finishes 28-3. Teutopolis, with the win, goes to 26-6. And again, they're headed to SIU Arena at Carbondale Tuesday night at 7:30. And you bet the house we're going to have it for you on the radio. Here's a look at the scoring in this one. For Lawrenceville, Brant Cochran had 9 points. Dylan Volkman, 14. Harry Loeb led Lawrenceville tonight with 19 points. Jordan Schick had 5. Brady Benson played but didn't score. Bryce Winningham, 1 point. Dalton Shoulders had 6. Jacob Williams played briefly, did not score. Ironically, the quarters for Lawrenceville, 12, 13, 14, and 15. for their 54 points. Again, their season ends 28-3. Shoes cutting down the net, and each player taking a turn, snipping one little piece. Kyle Smith just had his turn. Brad Beaker's up there now. Boy, Beaker gave him great minutes off the bench tonight. Here's the scoring for Teutopolis. Michael Drace had 11 points. Devin Smith had 7. Brett Meddy had 7. Kyle Smith had 11. Listen to this balance. Mitch Hardick had 5 points. Blake Meddy played right at the end, didn't score. Chris Ungren had 1 point. Brant Beaker had 11. Lane Belleville had 5. So you had 3 kids with 11, 2 kids with 7, 2 kids with 5, and Chris Ungren had 1 big foul shot. Shoes quarters, 17, 9, 15, and 17 for their 58 points. Shoes improved to 26-6, and they're playing Tuesday night in super sectional action down at SIU Arena. And once again, yes, indeed, we'll have it on the radio for you. Dustin's working on the stats. I do want to tell you we do have a couple of other finals. First of all, our other two teams have seen their seasons come to an end tonight. First of all, at the 3A Regional Championship at Mattoon tonight, Champaign Central defeated Effingham. The final score, Champaign Central 73, Effingham 55. So the Hearts see that great season come to an end at 20-9, 4 straight seasons of 20 or more wins for Effingham. Congratulations to Ron Reed and the gang on a good run. But their season comes to an end at the hands of Champaign Central, 73-55. Now the other Effingham City team was playing tonight too. That was the game we had for you on 97.9 XFM. And in that ball game, the final score, Patoka 64, St. Anthony 58. So unfortunately, Cody Rinker's crew sees their season come to an end. They finished the campaign with a 21-11 record. Again, Patoka 64, St. Anthony 58. Ironically, Patoka now goes to SIU Arena Tuesday night. They'll play in the first game of the doubleheader, and then Teutopolis will play in the nightcap in the 2A super sectional game, Elite 8 game. Again, Patoka the winner over the Bulldogs, 64-58. Ken also tells me, as far as the down south score, Free Central did win. They beat Nashville in a dandy tonight. Free Central 73, Nashville 59. So the Cougars advance. That's a team that T-Town beat earlier this season. So they are in the 2A last 8, Elite 8. So thanks, Kenna, for that. Here again, happy news. Final score at Flora, Teutopolis 58, Lawrenceville 54. Shoes now 26-6. They're playing Tuesday night at 7:30 at SIU Arena. All righty, we gave you the scoring. Dustin's working on the stats. Coach Hansen talking with other media, but he said he'll be up. I showed him we were in the skybox up here, so he'll be up in a minute. So we're down to one team, gang. I tell you, I always tell you, we have all these teams, and then it goes quickly. We're down to one team from our area, and it's the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes, and we'll follow them just as far as they want to go. All righty. With that said, Kenna, let's take a break. Andy Johnson, the Teutopolis AD, down to see Jason Hansen, a couple of Southern Illinois boys congratulating together. And, Kenna, let's take a break. We'll be back with Dustin Stats and a visit with Coach Jason Hansen coming up in a minute here on KJ Country at 102.3.
At Washington Savings Bank, we're here to help simplify your life. Well, at least help simplify your financial life. No matter what stage of life you're experiencing, Washington Savings Bank can help power your life. From rewarding Kasasa checking accounts to home loans, construction loans, car loans, and more. Discover how Washington Savings Bank can help power your life and all of your financial needs today. Located in Effingham, Mattoon, and now anywhere you are with our 24/7 virtual branch. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Want to save money? Then use that Napa know-how at your new F&M Napa Auto Parts store. Get a free Napa Chase Elliott racing cap with any $24 purchase. Lawn and garden batteries start at $23.99. And pick up Napa's Max Aerosol Glass Cleaner for $1.99. They're open Monday through Saturday until 8 p.m. for your convenience. Napa Auto Parts store, just south of the Banker Street overpass at 1201 South Banker in Effingham.
All right, we're back at Flora High School's Conley Gym. Final score again in this sectional championship game. Teutopolis 58, Lawrenceville 54. The Shoes on to the Elite Eight. They'll play at SIU Arena Tuesday night at 7:30, and we'll have it for you, of course. They win there, then it's on to Peoria for the Final Four. So we'll see what happens and give you more information about that in a minute. Ken, if you could double-check for me about who it'll be Teutopolis will do battle with Tuesday night, I'd sure appreciate that. That would be a big help to us. Meanwhile, let's send it over to Dustin. He has the stats on this one.
Well,
Mr. White.
I'll tell you what, Greg, before I even get started, it looks like Coach Hampton's made his way up here. So whatever he's got to say is way more interesting than what I've got to say. I'm going to turn the headset over and let you do some interviewing.
Very good. We'll bring up the humble and happy coach here for Teutopolis. Jason, congratulations, young man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
My goodness sakes. I didn't know who was going to win, but I think a lot of factors played into this. I think your team rebounded magnificently tonight, gave you a lot of second and even third chances when you needed it.
Yeah, we did. The kids played their tails off and got a lot of hustle plays, when we needed the ball. And every time they went on a run, we found a way to fight back. And, we hadn't done that all year, and it was good to see that we did it tonight.
You and I have talked about the fact that once in a while the team seemed to have a tough time closing out a game. Tonight you were the aggressor. You got down, and as you just said, came back, got the win, some clutch minutes. And when you had a couple of kids get in foul trouble, what big minutes you got from Lane Belleville and Beaker and kids like that. They just did a heck of a job.
They did do a heck of a job. Kids stepped in. We've got a great group of younger kids that play their tails off and get after it, and they really stepped in and did well. Hey, I'm being called down there for a picture. I'll be right back up.
All right.
Sorry
about
that.
All right. We can do that. We're flexible.
There you go. So the Shoes fans are smiling and waving there. We're letting them have their coach back so he can get down there for the picture.
That's all right. Gives me a chance to read through these stats now, Greg. I'll see what I can get through while they get their picture.
Maybe if somebody down there is listening, they can take a picture for me and send me that picture. That'd be cool.
I took a picture of people taking the picture. If that helps any.
That'll help.
Because look, there's like a mob. There's people holding their cameras up, trying to get an angle. Anyway, why don't I tell you about some of the team stats here, Greg? Lawrenceville shot 45% tonight, 18 for 40 from the field, 16 for 26 from the free throw line. That's 61.5%. And just 2 for 15 from three-point range, only 13.3% there. For T-Town, 21 for 48 from the field, a 43.8% clip. They were 13 of 18 from the free throw line, 72.2%, and hit 3 of 12, 25% of their three-pointers. Turnovers, Lawrenceville had 16 tonight. T-Town, after giving it away 6 times in the first quarter, ended the game with 13, and they out-rebounded Lawrenceville 28-26. As far as the individual stats, I'll start with Lawrenceville. Harry Loeb led the way with 19 points. He was 7 of 13 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Also led his team with 7 rebounds. The other double-figure scorer was Dylan Boltzmann, 14 points on 7 of 9 shooting. He missed his only free throw attempt and also grabbed 4 rebounds. 9 points for Brant Cochran. He was just 2 for 9 from the field, including 1 for 7, I believe. 1 for 7 from three-point range and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Cochran. 6 points for Dalton Shoulders, 2 for 3 from the field, 2 for 6 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds for him, as well as a blocked shot. Then you got 5 points from Jordan Schick. He's 0 for 2 from the field, but 5 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, a couple assists, and also took 3 charges. 1 point for Bryce Winningham. He didn't make his only field goal attempt, but he did have a 1 for 2 trip to the free throw line. Jacob Williams played. He never attempted a shot. Brady Benson 0 for 3 from the field. He was also held scoreless, although he did have 4 rebounds. For T-Town, 11 points for Drace, 11 points for Kyle Smith, and 11 points for Brant Beaker. Michael Drace, 5 of 8 from the field, 1 for 3 from the free throw line. He scored 11. He scored 9 of those 11 points in the second half, 7 in the fourth quarter. Kyle Smith, his 11 points came on 3 for 9 shooting. He was 5 for 5 from the free throw line with 6 rebounds. Beaker, his 11 points were on 3 of 9 shooting, including 2 for 5 from three-point range. He also hit 3 of 4 free throws. Got 7 points from Brett Meddy on 3 for 5 shooting. He had a 1-for-1 trip to the free throw line, along with a couple of rebounds, assists, and a block shot. And also 7 points for Devin Smith. He was 3 for 6 from the field. He made his only free throw. He grabbed 10 rebounds, so the only double-figure rebounder of the night, and dished out 1 assist. 5 points apiece for Mitch Hardick and Lane Belleville. Hardick, 2 for 5 from the field, including 1 for 3 from three-point range, and Belleville, 2 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 at the line. He had a half dozen rebounds. Chris Ungren scored 1 point on a 1 for 2 trip to the free throw line there in the fourth quarter. And Blake Meddy, of course, saw just a little bit of action there in the fourth quarter. He did not have an opportunity to attempt any shots. So, Greg, that's a look at your statistics for this game. T-Town advancing to Super Sectional play with that 58-54 win over Lawrenceville. And now we'll wait to see if Coach Hansen can work his way through the mob and back up here. There looks like they've got him up there cutting the nets down on the other end of the floor. Always a lot of people trying to get their hands on the coach after a big win like this.
Without a doubt. But we'll patiently wait here. We'll mention again the other scores. And Kenna, this might be a really good time to send it back to you, because I know now you've had the opportunity to check on some other scores, other games. Let's go back to the studio, to the sports desk. Kenna, what do you have for us in the way of scores tonight?
Well, I'll tell you this much, that Teutopolis will be playing Breeze Central, as Breeze Central beat Nashville this evening 73-59. And again, they'll be taking on Teutopolis Tuesday night at 7:30 at SIU Carbondale. Also, St. Joe Ogden beat Paxton Buckley Loda 62-42. And they'll be playing Pleasant Plains, who beat Quincy Notre Dame earlier this evening, 73-55. And they'll be playing in Springfield. So that's a couple of scores that we've received. Also, Champaign beat Effingham Flaming Hearts tonight, 73-55. And Patoka beat St. Anthony, 64-58.
Very good. Thank you, Kenneth. So I just wanted to double-check. It is indeed Teutopolis and Breeze Central. Now, like this was a matchup early in the season, or Lawrenceville won at Thanksgiving. The Shoes then played Breeze Central early in the season, and T-Town beat Breeze Central by 4, and that was a signature win for the Shoes, and that kind of spurred the comeback, and they have now come back to make it to the Elite Eight in Class 2A basketball. So that was a big win over Breeze Central. And that was after they had lost to Breeze. I'm pretty sure that they lost to them down at the Nashville tournament. T-Town beat them in the regular season. That was a regular season game where they won. So anyway, that's going to bring up the matchup on Tuesday night. And here's a guy who can get me straightened out if I am messing this up, is Jason Hansen's back with us on the post-game show. And got any breath left?
No, I ran up here pretty quick. Sorry to cut out like that.
Hey, that's cool. We thought the picture was nice. As long as I get a copy, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will be getting you a copy.
So tell me, by the way, you're playing Breeze Central Tuesday night.
I heard they won.
All right.
Yeah.
So
played them twice already.
I was going to say you knew them.
Yep.
And so that'll be an interesting matchup. Tuesday night at 7:30. Let's talk more about your game. There's so many heroes. Michael Drace battled fouls all night long. You were judicious about getting him in and out of the lineup so you could use him just as much as you could. And he pretty much took over the game there in the fourth quarter till the fifth foul.
He did. He did a nice job and really made some huge plays. Struggled with foul trouble, and but he just kept competing and playing his tail off and that's what you got to do in a game like this. There's runs both ways, and we didn't necessarily play great, but the kids played hard, and when we had to, we played pretty smart. We went through a stretch there where we didn't, but overall we did a heck of a job.
Absolutely. Boy, so many heroes. I thought Kyle Smith had one of the best games I've seen him play this year. He did so many things well. Shot the ball well, passed the ball well, rebounded well. Just a lot to be happy about.
Yes. Yeah. Kyle's really came on here the last part of the season and has really played well. He's done a lot of good things, and it's good to see him. Really, really happy for him. And, if he continues to play like that Tuesday night, then obviously that gives us a better chance.
Devin Smith's such a good athlete. He can just sky. For a kid who's 6'5", he's so fluid. He can just do a lot of things for you.
Yeah, and he came up with one of the biggest plays of the game. I think Lawrenceville had just maybe taken the lead, and there's a loose ball, and I don't know if they got possession or not, but it was a loose ball, and he ended up stealing it back, and we ended up getting a bucket out of it. And that's the type of plays that we need. And he's just a competitor, and just really gives his all. And he's a kid that's staying around afterwards, shooting and trying to get better. And I really appreciate his efforts.
Brett Meddy too, another kid like Michael that was in foul trouble most of the game, and people key on him. It's no secret that you can see it, that their method of attack is to attack him and get him in trouble, and foul wise. And he is such a I don't know what's the word, specimen in there physically.
Yep.
People bounce off him.
Yep.
He just still keeps coming at you.
He does. He does a heck of a job for us, and teams do go at him and try to get him out of the game or take him out of his comfort zone. But he just competes and gives a lot of effort, and I'm proud of him as I am all the guys.
Mitch Ardick had 5 tonight, so that's not many points, but he's rebounding better. He's doing a lot more things. He isn't just a shooter. He's a well-rounded ball player.
He is, and that's something that he's really worked hard on, is to become a better ball player. And, he's really a much better defensive player, better ball handler, better defensive, rebounder, and really has done a terrific job for us. And, we wouldn't be where we're at without, not his scoring, but the other things that he does.
And Brant Beaker, my mercy, what a load off the bench. He came in, got you 11 tonight.
Wow.
That 3 was so big when he hit that 1-3 right there, I think right toward halftime. Yeah, but he just did so much so well tonight.
He did. And that's the thing, is we've got a lot of kids that can do that, and he's one that when he comes in, he takes advantage of his opportunities and really, he's a kid that can score. He just finds a way to put the ball in the basket, and sometimes that's hard to do, and then a kid for him to be able to step into a game like this and score 11 when we only scored 58 or 9 or whatever it was, that's huge.
And a kid like Lane Belleville gave you so many good minutes when Brett got in foul trouble. That was so significant that he could come in and you could keep Brett on the bench as long as you could.
Yes, yeah, and Lane came in and did a heck of a job. Lane's a great defensive player and rebounder, really does a terrific job. And, really proud of the way he plays. And, he's a really great player to have in practice and off the bench because he plays so hard.
And Chris Undgren, too. Got 1 point tonight, but gave you great minutes. And when the Smiths finally needed a breather somewhere, Chris could come in, or Michael early in the game. He was such a lift.
Chris is underrated. People look at scoring and, things like that and shooting, but what he does is he does everything for us. He comes in and handles the ball. He comes in and plays defense. And he'll guard the guy that Devin's guarding, the guy that Kyle's guarding, maybe the guy that Michael's guarding. So, and he just does it all. And really is an important piece of the team.
When you talk about the team and the depth, when it seemed almost simultaneously that you got Meddy and Grace both in foul trouble, there really wasn't a sense of alarm because here came Belleville, here came Undgren, here came Beaker, and gosh, that's been neat to watch the development of the team. You and I and Mike Walker, we talked way back, even back before the start of the season about the fact that you had such depth. And tonight was a really good exhibition of that very fact.
Yeah, that's for sure. Our JV team has been phenomenal. And to be honest, our JV team beats the tar out of our varsity in practice some days, just really takes it to them. So we know our guys off the bench can play and can step in and help us. And, it never fails. They come in and get the job done, and I expect that when those guys come in and they continue to perform.
I tell you, playing a team now like Breeze Central Tuesday night, a team you've played twice, how significant of an advantage is that, or is it an advantage?
I don't know if it's an advantage or not. Sometimes it's good not to play somebody. Sometimes it's okay. I think in this situation, the teams play each other during the regular season and then down at Nashville and then played each other, 2 or 3 times a year over the last 2 or 3 years. So, they know each other. The kids know each other. And, it's not going to be anything new. But it's going to be who goes out and executes and performs and plays good defense, rebounds, and takes care of the ball. And, I think if we do those things, we'll be fine.
I want to bring this up, and you're a modest man, but 2 years in a row now, you've had a team in a position like this. 2 different teams, consecutive seasons. Kurt Becker, our area historian, went through a lot of information. He found Charlie Strasburger. He did it at Pana when Pana won the state championship when you were just a wee little lad. And then he went to Fairbury Prairie Central, took 2 teams in a row to the Final Four.
Yeah.
You're the only other guy we can find who's done this.
Well, I'm sure there's somebody else out there, but, all that really means is I've been very fortunate to be in 2 great communities at the right time with great kids. I'm not successful because of what I do. I've been successful because of who I've been able to coach, and the kids are just terrific and, compete, play their tails off. And that's the same thing, last year with Casey. I was very fortunate to coach there, and this year I'm very fortunate to coach these young men, and they're terrific kids. If you were fortunate enough to see the game tonight, you saw the type of competitors they are. Really any success that I have is attributed to the young men that I've been fortunate enough to be around.
I'm getting old. I have to ask people things while I'm thinking about it. You got a pretty good coaching staff with Grant, with Mike, with Austin. I'd be remiss if I didn't let you mention them for a minute.
Oh, those guys are phenomenal. They do a terrific job, and they all bring a different perspective and different talents to what we do, and just really happy with those guys being on the staff and being a part of it. And, we wouldn't be here without those guys. They've done a terrific job all year, and, hopefully we can continue to work hard together and get a good game plan in place for Tuesday.
Thanks so much for the visit, and we'll look forward to seeing you Tuesday night down at Carbondale.
One last thing I would say is, in a game like this, in any game to end a team's season, it's hard to see those kids not get an opportunity to move on. And Lawrenceville's had a terrific season. They're a great team. We had to play really hard to pull this game out tonight, and it's hard to see kids not get an opportunity to continue on. And I feel for those kids, and I wish them the best. And I'm happy for our team, but I'm still sad for them. They're good young men, and you want to see kids like that be successful.
Good point. Jason, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
You bet. Wooden Shoes coach Jason Hansen. We're headed to the Elite 8 Tuesday night at 7:30 at Redbird Arena. It'll be Teutopolis and Breeze Central, round 3 of that matchup this season, and now it's in the Elite 8. Whew, all right. It's been quite a night. I have a lot of people to say thank you to, especially since we're down to 1 team now. And 1 game coming up on Tuesday night. Again, our finals locally. It was Breeze Central a winner, so they'll play Teutopolis Tuesday night at 7:30, but also the earlier scores in the Effingham game and in the St. Anthony game. We had the Bulldogs game for you over on 97.9 XFM tonight, and the final score in that one was Champaign Central 73, Effingham 55, so the Hart season comes to an end in the regional championship game, but they got that 20th win Tuesday night. And that's 4 straight years that Effingham's won 20 or more games. St. Anthony saw their season come to an end tonight in the game we had on 97.9 XFM tonight. Final score, Patoka 64, St. Anthony 58. So the Bulldogs season comes to an end. And then the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes. They're winners tonight. They beat Lawrenceville for the Flora Sectional Championship. Teutopolis 58, Lawrenceville 54. Dustin, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty enjoyable game, I would say. And, you know, a lot of people got to come into this gym tonight and see a classic, and is one that people been looking forward to for a while, and they knew there was a chance this matchup would happen, and nobody was disappointed.
Since Thanksgiving, Teutopolis has been waiting for a chance to play them again, and this time the Shoes came out on top, 58-54. That's Dustin White. Thanks so much to Kenna, the Queen of the Night, back at the studios for taking care of things. For Matt and Millie and Brian back at the studios on 97.9 XFM, I'm Greg Sapp. Good night, everybody.